Hello, good evening, everyone, and welcome to episode 2 of The Violet Madness. My name is Mark, your DM and your brother in arms of Hadar. And we left our last episode's excursions on a hint of mystery and suspense. But before we get into that, we just have a few announcements to make. So from Friday just gone, make sure to check out the VOD of episode 9 of the Software One Saga, hosted by our very own DM Dave. Up on Penny Dragon's YouTube on Monday evening, just tomorrow. So after being on the receiving end of a fireball spell, the gang headed straight into battle against a horde of bandits and their wizard, Asher, who was quite fond of blowing shit up. And if you haven't caught up to it yet, you're in for a treat because it was an absolute blast. On Tuesday, 2 days from now, on the 25th, we're back with the Fellowship of the Fallen with DM1 and the guys. The orcs at the manse have been dealt with, and the party have found multiple maps with a marked location to the north. What awaits them at this location? Not long to wait to find out now. Then on Friday, the 28th, the Churn Gang is back, and boy oh boy did things take a deadly turn for the worse for our forest critter friends. It certainly wasn't a good time to lose one's head, but we'll be jumping back into the action to find out more. So do check out the VOD for last session to find out what went down if you missed it. Then on Saturday, on the 29th, at 6 p.m. GMT, we have the return of the third and final installment of Tomb of Horrors, hosted by DM Craig. The crew have scraped through the tomb and are hopefully nearly at the end, though not without certain casualties. Can I get an F in the chat for poor, dear sweet Bork, who left this world to a sphere of annihilation? I'm part of Craig's game as the cowardly bard Giles, and it has been great crack so far, so do tune in on Saturday to see what happens. It's going to be an entertaining weekend next week, because also on Sunday, the 30th, DM Ben is back, and so are the Cloaks. After a new party member, Patrie, her sizzling introduction, the squad are sent outside the city walls to investigate an emboldened gang of brigands calling themselves the Fearless Fellows. And last but certainly not least, I feel compelled to tell you that there's a big announcement in the pipeline from Penny Dragon Games. Don't know what it is, or even exactly when it is they'll announce it. All I know is it's exciting, it's big, so keep an eye out on that space. I'd also like to give a shout out to Becca at Quadruple Bacon for the awesome character art. You can find her on Instagram and TikTok, so do check her out if you are interested, because there's a lot of great stuff on there. And the distressing ambient music this evening is brought to you by Tabletop Audio. Their stuff is pre-installed on Roll20, so do check that out also. And all of the maps you see during this adventure are created by yours truly. You can find all these and more on my Instagram at stiglitz.maps or on Twitter at stiglitz. So with all that aside, let's introduce our heroes. Stephen, you're up first on my screen.
I'm Stephen, and I will be playing Sir Tyrion Shadowbane, a human chosen right hand of Torm. He is a vengeance paladin that stands 6'2" in very ornate armor that has a fine aged patina. He wears no marking sigils other than a white gauntlet. That's all the knights. He wears no house rings and has no other markings.
Alrighty, and next up is Dave.
Hi, I'm Dave, and I play Shadar Vicanis, Grave Domain Cleric of the Raven Queen. Shadar is 100 years old, and he's a half-elf with long, bright white hair, typically tied back in a tight braid and kind of shaved around the sides. In human years, he would look around 35 to 45 if it wasn't for that unnaturally colored white hair. He's usually dressed for battle in black leathers with a black chain shirt and his trusty mace, so goth AF. Shadar always wears a black scarf wrapped tightly around his neck at all times and has a brusque and somewhat irritable manner about him.
Cool. Next then we have Andy.
Hey, I'm Andy. I play Mina Dumont. She is a College of Whispers bard. She is half elven, got a deep tan as if she spends a lot of time outside on the coast. She's usually in a blue long sleeve t-shirt and white riding pants with riding gear for her horse, which hopefully we'll find out what happens to the session. She's got a sword, a rapier that kind of clashes with the rest of her outfit that's red and golden, and a lot of stories to tell if you're willing to listen.
Perfect. And we are missing our resident wizard this session, so we'll skip Elfric and move on to yourself, Jonathan.
Hi, my name is Jonathan. I'll be playing Christina Morrill, the Circle of Spore Druid and Stormkeeper Ranger. She is still wearing her mask, probably is never going to take it off. Is wearing her signature mushroom letter and bones.
Alrighty. With all that out of the way, then we'll just do a very brief recap of what happened in last session. So the guys attended a play, either willingly or just, gifted a ticket. And just after Act 1, something strange happened on stage. A bunch of people who they thought were stagehands to move around props just kind of rushed on. But it was a little bit too late in the process when they realized that they were actually doing something else, and they conjured up this powerful bright blue light, and before they knew it, the guys woke up in the same theater that they'd kind of blacked out in, except it was completely destroyed and overtaken by this purple colored fungus and fallen debris. With a little bit of investigation set aside and kind of searching for survivors, the guys made it out into the town proper, as most of them were unarmed and ill-equipped to deal with the certain predicament that they were in. So they searched their residences or hotel or inns or whatever the case may be for their gear, and they found everything. So that kind of brings us pretty much up to where we are now. So the guys are in the middle of the town deciding on what to do next. I will bring you guys over there now. So we have Elfric, Shadar, and Sir Tyrion in Galfond Ilmessa's house, and we have Mina and Christina in the center of the town with the survivors. So we kind of left off last time. Elfric was looking through the house for, maybe some more information that this very well-renowned wizard in these lands, Galfond Ilmessa's house, to see if he can search for more clues. And in the interest of Matt being away this time, we're going to assume that Elfric is just going to stick around this house while you guys are exploring the rest of the area to see if he can glean some more information. So who would like to suggest where we'd like to go next?
I wonder where.
I think Mina and Christina were waiting for the rest of the party to regroup.
Sorry, you're dead right, actually. Yeah.
I guess we'll just say to Elfric, well, my friend, I'll leave you to it. Sir Tyrion, shall we take our leave?
Yes, most definitely. Elfric, if you do find anything and need assistance, just put one of those glorious fireballs straight into the air and we'll come at haste.
Indeed.
You would have no problem with that.
Exit the building and close the door.
Alrighty. So just, I suppose, a refresher then, this town proper is just completely this lively kind of market area. All the stalls and tents are completely tattered, overcome with this fungus, and the ground itself seems to be in the process of being reclaimed by nature. There's the grass is all overgrown, there's moss growing in the cobblestones and things like that. So it's very, unless a lot of this stuff has grown at an incredible pace, it's not outside the realms of possibility that, maybe you guys had blacked out for 93 days. Which is what Scraps the Warforged had informed you guys.
Well, my friend, Mina, your horse, is it?
Yes, my horse is exactly where we're going next. So I don't know if you all want to come, or if you want us to meet you later, or if we'll never see each other again. Either way, all fine. I just need to go check on a horse.
Well, my bee friends did say that there was a campfire. Or a little campsite.
Very well. I suggest we accompany Mina, find her horse, and then maybe make a decision as to what we do next. Then.
What are the possibilities that the last known whereabouts of the horse is on the way to the before-mentioned camp?
A fire.
Well, Mina, lead the way, I suppose.
Yes.
Where
So
is?
where
Yeah.
where are the stables?
So yeah, the exit towards the town gate and towards the other side of the town, and where the stables is just by the town gate, and it's actually in this direction towards the southwest.
Okay, cool.
And thanks a million, Carrick, for the bits.
Thank you.
Cheers, Carrick.
Thanks.
Yeah, I am.
Wandering past the old broken fountain.
Oh, yep, not even sparing a
Where
glance.
many
Just
people had tossed in a few copper coins.
Throwing
Hitting my
all
stride
here as
and-
we're walking by, just to see if
Okay,
there's
so yeah, sure. Yeah, we'll just say, Shadar, you first before we jump over to Tyrion and Mina, who have gone a completely different direction.
anything. Oh, shit.
You pop into witches and wardrobes, and yeah, you see that. And again, thanks to Eagle Nebula on Twitter for suggesting the name for that shop. So yeah, the store has been turned upside down, and the kind of thin wooden walls at the front of the store have been kind of collapsed under the weight of these fungal growths. Are you venturing in further, kind of having a poke around, or?
I'll stick the head in. I'll go I'll do a bit of this, and that's it. Just to see if I notice anything.
Okay, cool. Can you roll me an investigation check? And
Sure.
welcome along, Adventures and Initiative for
Thanks, guys.
Raiden. Thanks,
Thanks
guys.
for the raid.
Core investigation. Oh god, lads, level 11, and I've only +1 on this. That will be a 15. Is a 15 any good?
That's not a bad roll, yeah. Over in the corner, it's not really your style or anything, but you spent enough time with Alfric to kind of think, he might like something like this. You find an azure colored robe, and on closer inspection has hidden component pouches kind of on the inner side. Handy place to store components if you didn't want them to be pickpocketed or noticed. Maybe.
Excellent. I will be very careful as to whether there's any spores or fungal growth on it, and if there aren't, then I will pick it up and
It was
give it a good old shake.
It was kind of
exactly.
like in, one of those kind of clothes racks that had a little bit of an awning over it, so it was relatively well protected against spores. So yeah, it's safe enough to kind of pick up.
I will take it, and throw it in the
Perfect.
backpack. And
Yeah.
I assume people are heading down this way, so I'll go this way.
Yeah. Can you also? Oh no, you have a high passive perception, don't you?
Yeah, 22, I think.
So when you get to about
23.
here, you hear the walls kind of so these walls here on this side of the shop and this side of the shop, they kind of crackle a little bit, as in like you hear this kind of shuffle, and then you turn to the side just by this kind of broken cart here, and you just hear this kind of and
Oh shit.
a clump of the mushrooms here just kind of falls to the ground, and then maybe 2 or 3 seconds later does the same thing here.
I'll step back if we're not in combat.
Yep.
Hey, we don't have time for combat. We've got to go save a horse.
And over here by you guys, Tyrion and Mina, a similar thing happens, where another clump of mushrooms falls down here right beside you. And Christina, you're kind of you have all the civilians in tow. You see a certain similar thing happen to the north of the square. So over here where these clumps of mushrooms are, another kind of mound just flops to the ground. And again, around you, all you hear is that kind of husky just wheeze of breath.
Oh, no.
And Mina, as you react like that and try to walk away, Tyrion, you notice as you're like super close to it as well that it's not just a clump of mushrooms under there. You see amidst this mound discernible fingers, and they start digging into the soil and clawing their way towards you. Now I will need everyone to roll initiative.
Okay.
As spot some more of these creatures.
Hey!
So let's roll some initiative.
No, that's terrible initiative.
I was an 18 terrible.
I didn't mean to ping. I'm sorry. Wait, I'm not hot pink anymore. What is this?
Makes I'm still gray.
All right.
Carrick says the horse is 100% dead, Mina.
No! I refuse to accept this.
Now we'll,
My horse could be on the ground with mushrooms sprouting on top of it, and I just am convinced I'll have a mushroom horse. And I'll have to fight Christina for it.
Tesco and bought the
I was
horse.
gonna say that, but I didn't. I was like,
Okay, look, Christina probably ain't gonna eat the horse, okay?
Miel's been purple this whole time. I swear.
nobody took this horse to France.
Nope.
Okay.
Bloody
Oh,
hell.
lads, how far down am I in this initiative order?
So, Christina, you are the first to respond as you see this humanoid-shaped clump of mushrooms just drag itself up to a standing position and look right in your direction.
Fun. Well, this entire time, while she was standing back there, she was holding the little girl's hand and pulling her along. Though, seeing the mushroom, she turns around and slams her staff into the ground as the top of it lights ablaze.
Mhm.
And she steps forward and prepares a swipe when it comes close.
Okay, so you're holding your action.
Yep.
Alrighty. This one over here, Shadar, is the next one. And you are the closest to it. So it is going to make its way over to you. Yeah, making its way uptown. And it is going to try and claw attack you. How's a 13? Don't think that's good enough.
My friend is not AC 19.
All right.
It just throws a shield up and
Yeah. And it
takes
kind
the
of
blow.
recoils off that, but then it kind of, with its other hand, it just kind of strikes back at you again.
Oh no.
Let's see, 14 this
Okay,
time. No, again, you're able to just parry each and every one of the
Yes, why did I not?
each and every one of the blows, and that is all it can do.
I don't appreciate all of this horse talk in the chat, so just supportive because it's definitely happening, and I have a horse still. So
That's what you
please be
think.
on board with that.
Half elf on the shelf says, "Mina be in the corner, equine, so many tears."
Valve on the shelf. That is amazing.
And let's see here. Yeah, that is all it is going to do. So Mina, it is your turn.
I'm apparently grooving.
Amazing work.
I am going to use Fairy Fire on this person, but I guess I'll cast it like over here so that we're not included in that.
Over where? Sorry.
Like over here,
Okay.
so that the 20-foot cube. I'm gonna grab one of those, but I don't really care.
The Duke of the entire land. Okay.
Yeah. His energy has just been off recently, and I think he could use a little bit of violet in his life.
Nice.
Actually, I take it back. Everything is violet. I'm gonna make it blue.
Just because it wasn't giving off good vibes, huh?
Holy shit, there's a lot of these guys I'm only seeing
It's
now.
not the vibe.
Sorry, what were you casting? Sorry, I'm not for side.
I need a dexterity saving throw, and the DC is 17.
Okie dokie. Let me send that.
I'll throw it in the chat.
Fairy Fire, cool. 14 is going to fail. The Duke is also going to roll because he is caught up in that. He's going to get a 14 also and fail. So
It
let's
doesn't hurt him.
Okay, so any creature for the duration, the object, any attack against it has advantage. Okay, cool. Yep. So yeah, what color did you say you was turning?
Blue. We're going blue.
Dabba-dee, dabba-die.
Dabba-dee, dabba-die.
Cool, yeah. So yeah, he kind of like Violet Beauregard from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, just turns completely blue like a blueberry.
And there's definitely a hand on good Sir Tyrion's shoulder, just saying, Get him! Get him!
Alrighty. Next up is, let's see which one, the one nearest to Christina. And, you know, it's not an intelligent creature.
I'm
has
sorry,
no
I'm
idea.
also moving back, like 1 or 2 spots.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, no worries. It has no idea that Christina is readying an attack. So once it makes it to here, you can attack it.
Yes.
And Carrick says, "Let's get down to business to eat the horse."
Cage from It's a Map says making a fool out of you.
Excellent.
Eat the horse.
Hey, 25.
Oh, 25 will
Nice.
certainly do it, yeah.
Englave.
Go ahead and roll that damage. So 6 damage and 8 fire.
Oh, actually, I also need it to make a strength save
Okie dokie.
against 17.
Yes, I know what that's for.
It's totally different, I swear. Come on.
Yeah, so you...
The dice stopped, too. Like, it's very much like, nope.
Yeah.
The bees basically come out and then like, I don't feel like it. We're still tired.
But all the same, you strike down with your glaive, and you cut it right across the chest, and you see this rupture of flames just erupt on its chest as it slices. But the kind of myconid flesh, it kind of hardens to a close as you do. You've certainly hurt it, but it's still upright and moving, and it is moving closer towards you again, and it is going to try and attack you. This time it's going to lunge out at you. Can you make a dexterity save, please?
Please don't give me Rhino's luck. Please don't give me Rhino's luck.
You are good. Yeah, so it kind of lunges out with your 2 claws, looking to grab you by the shoulders, but you just kind of sidestep and deflect it. And that's all it can do. So we'll jump over to Sir Tyrion.
Well, Sir Tyrion, seeing this mushroom creature illuminated like a winter's festival, is going to step directly towards it, unsheath Widow's Fury as he moves, and take a swing.
Go for it.
Jesus, that's a lot of dice.
Good thing for Mina's spell, because Nat 1 wouldn't have hit.
Yeah, the next 26, well done. So the first strike is 13 points of damage.
You're very welcome.
And let's go again. $19
19 will do, yeah.
for an 8. So
Great.
21 total. Good with that.
Yeah, some good damage.
Did it Debbie die?
So yeah, Tyrion, you strike upwards as you unsheath the blade. You just strike up, and it just kind of like recoils from that. Again, just slicing open just here, and you come back down again, almost at the same point where you struck up, to even just deepen that wound even more. It's not enough to finish the job, but you definitely dealt a nice chunk of damage there. It is still upright, and it has no facial expressions, but you can assume it's angry after that.
Well, that'll do for his turn.
And would you believe it is that infected creature's turn, and it is just going to straight up attack the person right in front of him. Claw attack coming at you. For a 15, which is pitiful, I believe.
Yep.
Just clean right off your pauldron, and with the other claw, it's going to swipe upwards. And again, just the last one got lucky getting that little kink in your armor. This one is just having a much harder time.
Blaming at Mina.
Getting through your bolstered defenses there. So that is all it is going to do. Shadar, back to you.
Shadar will grip his holy symbol, which is a bone white raven's skull, And he will use Channel Divinity Path to the Grave. And he looks straight at this creature and says, "The Raven Queen calls your name, my friend." And starting at 2nd level, you can use your Channel Divinity to mark another creature's life force for termination. As an action, you can use you choose one creature you can see within 30 feet of you, cursing it until the end of your next turn. The next time you or an ally of yours hits the cursed creature, the creature has vulnerability to all of that attack's damage.
Ooh.
And the curse ends.
Nice.
So it doesn't get a save. It's just...
Yep, it just happens.
It's just cursed. So that's this one here.
Right in front of you.
And he will unload something next round.
Cool.
I'm debating whether to give it an attack of opportunity and try and... do you know what I'm going to? I'm going to move out. 5, 10, 15, 20... Actually, 20, 25, 30. I'll move to there.
All right.
He gets a free swing.
And he will capitalize on that.
Yeah.
How's
19 is my AC. I will take it.
Okay, here we go. That is 10 points of slashing on top of this numbing yet stingy poison that seeps into the wound it creates.
Okay.
15 points of damage total.
There's no poison save. It's just damage, is it?
Just damage, yeah.
Check. Thank you. You can see shit out of points now. You'd say nice.
Anything else from yourself, Shidar?
That's it.
Alrighty, this thing here is going to start shambling in. What's their speed again? Yes, it is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just out of reach. And again, it's just, that dry kind of wheeze coming from a mouth that you can't even see. This thing is just a human-shaped clump of fungus. And with that, it is all it will do. This thing is going to do the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
It's kind of scary not knowing how many creatures there are and just hearing Mark talk about moving them.
Oh yeah,
Mina can't see any of them.
Pretty much why I moved. Closer to my friend.
If only you could see what I see.
Yeah.
Christina sees it all.
And speaking of Christina, it is now her turn.
So, are the people just idly standing behind me? What's going on with them?
Actually, yeah, that's a very, very good point. On your initiative turn, I'll factor in last turn. They are going to do what you say, but if you don't say anything, they're heading inside here, to seek shelter.
Okay.
You can tell them to stop, or if you're not.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell them to just stay out of the buildings, but just keep away far enough.
They're gonna get.
One of them's glowing, so we should be able to spot him.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
I want them to keep somewhat close so I can keep an eye on them, but not too far away. I have to run halfway across the map.
That makes sense. They're gonna stay right here until you instruct them otherwise.
All right. With that being said, I am going to slam my spear into the ground once again as Christina just starts growing a little bit bigger, and her fur pops up on mushrooms. It's like cast Guardian Nature Primal Beast.
All right, what are we going with?
I am going to pummel the creature in front of me again.
Does your size increase or no?
No, it's just stature.
Gotcha.
She's a little slouched. Right. I'll do that again because I get advantage now with my attacks. That's a nat 20.
That's a crit.
Oh, all right. Let's see that D100. With all the horse puns, Reprobate Gamer says, "Nay, that's enough."
It's slash.
I don't know.
Slash R.
It's getting pretty full in the comments, I must say.
Slash
R.
R.
There we go. I got it.
Yeah.
Culture stop.
A 30. Let's see what we get. You're able to maneuver towards your opponent while attacking and attempt to harass them. After you attack, you can choose to attempt to grapple your opponent if you have a free hand, or shove your opponent if both your hands are in use. So that is completely up to you. You can roll your damage and then decide if you like.
Yeah, that works. Wait, this is still going for advantage, yeah? Because I had advantage on that. Okay.
Yeah. It's a lot of damage. 28 points of damage specifically.
Right.
Nice. So yeah, you're in your like you. Oh, sorry, you were gonna.
Yeah, I'm gonna shove, and then I need him to make a strength save.
Yep. Strength. Oh, isn't
Yes.
So yeah, please tell us what happens.
The first half, where does the shove go?
I believe it is 5 foot. Let me just double check. We'll say 5 foot for now. If not, I'll push it further.
Okay. Well, Christina forces the shambling mound back after slicing it, and then a swarm of bees appears from her back and lifts the thing up, and then throws it back 15 feet.
Cool. 1, 2, 3, and it is 5 foot. I just checked there, for the shove. So yeah.
And Christina herself is gonna move a bit more back.
Cool. Yeah. So before the civilian's eyes, you just adopt this dominating stature, slash down with your glaive, and then they see another eruption of flames, and then you just you get the pommel of the glaive, and you just like bull bear just push it back, and then out of nowhere just bees just lift it up and just fire it back even further. Quite a spectacle, I'm sure. But that is that everything for your turn? Sorry.
Yes.
Perfect. So the one you have cursed, Shadar, is going to follow suit. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it is going to try and attack you again with its claws. 23.
I'll do it.
Here we go.
17.
17 points of damage total.
Shadar looks hurt.
But that's not all, folks.
Nope.
One more claw
That's
attack.
not all, folks.
I didn't do a backup character. I should probably get moving on that now.
6 isn't going to hit. So.
No.
Oh, I see a bunch of them. I see like just the tiniest sliver of enemies.
I need to go nuclear here, lads.
Yep. It's pronounced nuclear.
Nuclear.
So Mina is up next.
Quick question.
Yep.
So the gate is where all the mushrooms are blocking, yeah?
Basically, it's between the
Okay.
silver anvil and witches and wardrobes is where you need to be, yeah.
Okay.
So Mina, up to you.
These are humanoids, right?
Yep. Arms, legs, torso, weird head.
Okay. Well, first things first, this one's just way too close. So I'm going to Eldritch Blast.
Nice.
Eldritch Blast.
For 24 to hit, 8 points of force damage. And I think I get 2 more beams. Yep, 3 beams at 11. So I could just hit it again.
So this one it's just smacking into this one for 8 points of damage.
This one, yeah.
Oh, sorry, the one next to Tyrion, my bad.
Oh, yeah, that's why I rolled with advantage, because I...
Gotcha, sorry, yeah. And you're hitting him again?
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, another good hit.
If he's still up, I'm going to do it again.
Oh, he's still up. Like, it just hits him in the shoulder, he goes back. Hits him in the other shoulder, goes back again. Another 7 points of damage. This thing looks like you've basically just pierced 3 holes in its body, and it is still standing upright. It's still giving off that... You don't see where this inhaling and exhaling is coming from. But
I don't need to see, honestly. I'm not
to.
that interested. I know we have some people that would be like, ooh, I want to study that. I do not. So I'm also going to just back it up. Just a bit,
Yeah, sure.
just a little bit, just
I
tiniest.
can see where you guys are now. Okay.
Guys, I just saw 3 more pop up, so
What? Over here.
that makes me less inclined.
No,
to,
the 3 that you brought, you can see now.
I can
Shader's
see
bringing
your
the party to you
This
guys.
way, pals.
See
This
what
way,
the
right,
party,
three more.
Richter.
Yeah, see what the party looked at. Yeah, if it's a free action to say anything, I will definitely say anything. Where are your backs, my friends? 3 or 4 more approach from the rear.
Righty, yeah, that's fine. Anything else from yourself, Mina?
Nope, that'll be all for me. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and once Shadar says whatever he's saying, I'm going to say something like, well, don't let him kill you, and give him Bardic Inspiration.
Oh, nice.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I
Can I
figured
add that to my
you might-
AC,
you-
Mark?
Indeed.
Not on this occasion, my friend. The one that was just hurled back by bees by Christina, it's just going to keep going towards her. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not going to reach. That is all it can do. So we will leave it there, which will bring us back to Sir Tyrion.
Sir Tyrion will once again attempt to remove the head-shaped object from the top of this giant mushroom.
Just kill him already.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah, 19 will do it.
So 13 points of damage.
Nice. Now this thing is just you slice off one of its arms, and it just barely looks like it's standing upright.
Right, let's go again.
It's like just kind of spasming, almost fit to collapse.
Nice.
You have advantage, so yeah, that will hit.
Another 13 points.
How would you like to finish this thing off?
Well, I think hearing Shadar approach, saying "watch your backs," he'll just kind of mindlessly turn and swing the arm. So wherever it hits, it'll disembowel or slice through. And then, not meaning to move away from Mina, but needing to, he'll start striding 5, 10, 15, 20, interpose himself between Shadar and the 3 of them.
Can I say something? Is it? Can
That's so brave.
Yeah, sure.
I will say, where the blast radius of my flame strike, my friend, it is imminent.
He will halt on his toes, stand beside Shadar. But as he gets there will be a flash of radiance that surrounds him as he casts Shield of Faith on himself.
All right. Excellent.
Now, would going by what Shadar just said, Tyrion know that he can stop there, or is Shadar moving out of a radius?
No, you can see he's preparing a spell right now, so he's staying put.
Right, okay, well then, yeah, still stand shoulder to shoulder with him.
Yeah.
Deadly.
That one was for the force damage that came with the primal beast. So it's 2
cool.
additional damage.
Go. I'll subtract that. Thank you for that.
Yep.
This shambling infected is defeated, so it is Shadar's turn.
Okay, he grips his holy symbol again and just pulls up this pillar of flame that just appears between his hands, and then just puts his hands down, and this just massive pillar of flame just erupts from the heavens. And he says, "May the fire of the Raven Queen cleanse you of this earth." I was going to say planet, but I don't think he's that aware. So he's going to cast Flame Strike at level 6.
Ooh.
And it is coming at you. Let me just... Flame Strike.
So what happens when you piss off Shadar?
Fucking right. So it is centered...
Oh!
So much dice.
Okay, so it's going to be centered here. So it should do... It's a 10-foot radius. So I'm going to go... It should be pretty much all 3 of them. This guy's... The guy in the middle is going to take double damage because of my path to the grave.
Fucking hell.
So
That's
that
what
is
Dex
6
so-
and 5 is 11, and 10 is 17, and 8 is not great. 8 is, well, 17 and 8 is 26. 5? Sorry, 10 and 8 is
Oh!
23.
Oh,
Shit.
Well, this
thought
guy
I-
saves.
Okay, cool.
This guy saves, the other two fail.
23,
So the guy who's taking
29.
double damage failed.
Okay, so it's 29. He takes 58.
48. No, yeah, 58.
58. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
And that's radiant. I don't know. It's like fire and radiant. I don't know if that does anything. Do you want? Do we need to separate the damage out and
No,
do
need.
quick maths?
No
Okay,
need.
cool.
So 58 on the middle guy.
Yeah.
28 on this dude down here by Tyrion.
Yep.
And is it half damage then for the top guy?
Let me just double check. I think it's a deck save. Yeah, I should have thrown it out there. Sorry. Here you go.
Well, he passed this half as much. Okay, so
Yeah.
half 29. And there we go. Minus 14. Yeah, so the guy in the middle, you have just erupted in this almost kind of like beautiful looking swirl of regular flames and I think it's black flames, you said?
Yeah. Flames.
It just swirls up like a hurricane, and when the flames subside, you see that the guy here in the middle is just a walking torso, still alive,
No.
but barely. It's just
So it's just its top has just been burnt away, but it's still moving along.
pretty much. Yeah.
I'll turn to Sir Tyrion and says, "Mind your back, my friend. They can deliver a nasty kick."
Yes, I remember from the house.
Yes.
Tis just a flesh wound.
That is all. I don't believe I have anything I can do with a bonus action just yet. So let me just double check. Oh, sorry. Bonus action out there. Trips or weapons attacks. No, that's it.
Yoki. The middle one that is not but a pair of legs and a torso is just gonna walk over.
There's a flesh wound.
Tis but a flesh wound. Again, it's just like it doesn't have anything to attack you with anymore. I said its arms were burnt away, so I'm committing to that now. It has no claw attacks. It's just gonna improvised weapon attack you, and its improvised weapon is its own leg.
That it picks up. Hates me.
It's gonna jab you with the.
there's a
with the
20.
spine
Are you
with-
fucking serious? Natural
Oh my
20.
God.
Improvised fucking weapon. Do you know what I'm going to do though? I'm going to Shadar grips his holy symbol again, which is the raven's skull, and he's going to use. Where's it gone? Sentinel at death's door. 6th level, you gain the ability to impede death's progress. As a reaction, when you or a creature you can see within 30 feet of you suffers a critical hit, you can turn that hit into a normal hit. Any effects triggered by a critical hit are cancelled. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your wisdom modifier minimum of 1. So that is my
That's pretty
sentinel. Sorry, not that. What's that called? It's sentinel at death source from down 1. So it's just normal damage. So he grips his holy symbol and says, "Not today, the Raven Queen has no plans to receive my presence."
Nat 20 on a kick.
Yeah, it's not going to deal an awful lot of damage,
Yeah.
So it would roll on the table.
and it will
It
roll on the
was
table
straight
as
to the
well.
nuggets.
Any effects that
damage.
it may have are also cancelled. So I would argue that it doesn't roll on the table.
That's fair, actually. Yeah.
But it's your call, obviously.
No, that's actually totally fair. You're canceling the crit, so.
Yeah.
Was it a
But
1d4 or was it 1 plus strength modifier?
it does have a +1, so there you go. Actually, that's only if you're proficient, though, isn't it? Oh well, look, we'll leave it as a 1d4.
It's fine. Yeah.
1d4. So what? I take 4
Stop.
points of damage.
Yep.
Stop trying to kill Shadar.
Well,
It was 1 plus strength. It
He'll
wouldn't
be
have been
happy
a
to
4.
see the Raven Queen if it's his time. He's more than happy to go and see the Raven Queen.
and he might just do that because this thing is going to go all up in here,
Oh dear.
and it's going to try and do a lunging bite at you, Shadar. It's going to try and restrain you. Can I get a dex save, please?
Can I get a dex save? +3. Time for Bardic Inspiration, guys. That's a 14. Do I need a Bardic Inspiration?
Hold on.
Hold on. He can't
Does
tell
she-
you.
Wait.
That's true.
Does Shadar consider Sir Tyrion an ally?
Of course he does.
+5.
That will be a 19, my friend.
Then you are good.
You feel buffened in my presence.
I do.
Alrighty. Again, it just lunges out at you with both of its arms outstretched. Some of them still have a few little cinders and flames just dancing along the arm from your spell, but you're able to just deflect it off with a bat away of your weapon.
I'll turn to Sir Tyrion and say, "Feels good to be in battle with you, my friend.
The gods are with us, my friend.
Brothers of the light."
That is all it is going to do. Back to Christina.
Hey. So I see them getting hurt. I'm trying to find the thing that lets me measure out the distance.
Oh, that is...
So it's the fourth one down on your left. It's a circle. It's got like a little thing sticking out like this.
Yeah, snap to center, snap to corner.
Snap to center and then just drag
Snap
it.
to center.
Just click and drag. Like so.
Click and drag. Right. Yep.
Oh, that's
You can
moving.
click Q and then do lots of that kind of business.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
That's Shadar plotting his escape route.
Yeah.
Right, with that in mind, trying to see, because if that's, yeah, it's concentration. Oops. Well, I'm gonna make another attack against it.
Okay. Yep. You're well within range with your glaive, I believe.
Yep, I have 10 feet. And another nat 20!
Oh my god!
I don't have Rhino's luck!
Let's see
I'm sorry,
that.
Rhino.
Let's see that D100 again then, my friend.
Huzzah.
A mere 5. You feel it is imperative to press the advantage no matter what the cost. You choose to gain advantage on all attack rolls against the target until the end of your next turn, but if you do, all enemies have advantage on their attacks against you until the end of your next turn also.
I already have advantage.
There you go. You can go ahead and roll the damage for that then as well.
Yep.
Damn. Alright.
And I also got to do the 1d6.
I won't lie to you. It's not necessary.
I still want to roll it anyway.
You can tell me how you'd like to finish off this creature though as well.
Hey, it's fine.
Death by bees.
So that's a plus 10.
Nice.
Yay.
That's a lot of damage.
I'm gonna cleave it right down the center.
Nice, yeah, and it leaves this kind of trail of fire after you just straight down the middle, and it just falls both sides.
Well, with that being said, I'm gonna use my fungal infestation. Would that work with it? It's my own spores against it.
Oh, true. Yes. Yeah. But you did split it in two, though.
They'll hold themselves together.
Fair enough. Yeah, you can go ahead and do that. No problem.
I'd like to do that. It comes back as my minion with 1 hit point.
So the already spore infected and fungal infected thing comes back as a completely different
Reinfected.
spore and fungal infected creature at Christina's service. I will. Let's see.
I already see the line going up.
I will leave its initiative turn there, and when it is its turn, I'll ask you what you would like it to do.
Yep.
1 hit point, and away we go.
Oh,
Anything
yeah.
else for yourself, Christina?
Nope. I'm gonna check behind me and see if anyone's bothering the civvies.
They appear to be terrified, but safe for all intents and purposes.
You got this, guys.
The Duke, in particular, when does that spell wear off, Mina? Or does it?
10 minutes or something.
All right, yeah, he's still like bursting with this
Oh,
giant
yeah.
blue light. He's like just looking at his robes, going, "What the?"
Oh, 1 minute.
It's up to 1 minute, so he's still.
He's still blue. Cool. So this thing right in front of Tyrion, you are now closest to it, so it is going to try and attack you, Tyrion.
Hell yes.
Coming at you with a claw attack.
Ooh.
11 won't do jack.
Ching.
Here's the second one coming at you. Nope.
Ching.
Another an 11. Yeah, again, one hits off the armor. You see the second one coming. You just kind of duck back. It's not able to lay a hand on you. It is going to stay put. So Mina, it is back to you.
Okay. So I'm gonna have to come just the tiniest bit closer. Of these three that are attacking my boys, which one looks like it's in the most health?
In the most health. So
The most health.
This bio here is literally a walking pair of legs.
Not that one.
The one by Tyrion is looking like, it's still a little bit on fire from Shadar spell. This one appears to be in the best condition. It is
Excellent.
looking a lot less cursed / on fire, I suppose.
I would like to cast Crown of Madness on it.
Alrighty. Let's see here. Humanoid of your choice. Let's see. Wisdom save. Okay, let's do that. Wisdom. 14.
That's a fail.
Alrighty. Okay. So tell me what happens.
Long story short, I get to decide who it attacks every turn.
So I presume this spectral crown just appears above its head. The jagged iron just digs into what you assume is its head, and it's now at the mercy of Mina. Anything else from yourself?
So I think, let me just skim through it real quick. I think it just affects on his turn, so it doesn't move on mine. It just moves on their turn, and I decide what it does. Yep. So I am done. I'll move just the tiniest bit closer.
Okay.
But
Hey, she's finally back on the map.
Christina, it is your infected thrall's turn.
Here, how much movement does it have?
30 feet.
30 feet. I'm gonna have it shamble over the fountain.
So you just ping where you'd like it to go.
How do I ping again?
I just hold down the left click button. So
Over
just
there.
here.
And I'm gonna yell. It's gonna do something.
They've all been doing something.
I suppose I don't know. It's just holding itself together with more mushrooms that look like Christina's.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point. This thing looks a little bit different now. It's less this kind of weird mixture of the violet colored fungus mixed with just clumps of just this whitish, off-white kind of myconid goop. And this is probably a different color, Christina, depending on what your fungus color of choice is, I guess.
I have a variety.
Oh, well, fair enough. But yeah, this one looks just a little bit different again. But then again, you're in the heat of battle, so that's up to you guys what you want to do with that information. But having said that, we are back to Sir Tyrion.
So I will let the boys know that I've taken control of the top one. Just kind of shouting. Whether or not they understand what that means is up to them. But.
Sure.
Right. Well, Sir Tyrion is going to attempt to take the legs out from under the walking pair of legs.
Would he even be able to get itself
Ooh,
back
12
up?
won't do what I do.
12 doesn't do it, no.
Right, let's try again.
It like a skipping rope, it just hops over your
Oh.
blade.
Oh.
All right,
Right.
let's be having that D100 again.
I'm going to use my reaction to cancel that critically. I'm only joking.
67.
7. Let's see what happens here.
Does it only cancel nat 20s or can you cancel nat 1s?
This is actually hilarious.
It's just not 20s.
Tyrion, you are up against a pair of legs, and with a 67, you kick your target's weapon out of their hands. You were able to take the disarm action after your attack, which we'll say you disleg them instead. Because with that damage, you can describe how you would like to end this creature's suffering.
Well, I think when he missing the initial strike, he swings his boot out in fury and just takes the legs out from under, and that lands down in a splash as the mushroom just crumbles into nothingness. As he stands over its dead body, and yeah, he'll move there and then his turn.
Shadar.
Okay, Shadar will grip his holy symbol, and as a bonus action, he'll look up to the sky and he'll wrap your wings around me, my mistress, and he will cast Shield of Faith as a bonus action, I believe, isn't it? Throw it in there.
Sure it is.
So his AC goes up by +2. His AC is now 19. Sorry, 21, I think.
Nice.
Let me just double check. Yes, it's 21 now. And then as an action, he is going to cast Spirit Guardians at 4th level. So there you go there. I'll click it in.
Here comes the hurt.
Level 4. So again, he grips his holy symbol and he says, "Your presence is required, my friends." And you see these ghostly spectral ravens with milky white eyes just surround Shadar in this kind of swirling vortex of terror. And I'm going to just add his little his aura there. So anything within that range, so he takes 7, 7, 14, 24 points of radiant damage every round, I think.
I think you reroll the damage each round.
You can follow the and in fact the creature's speed is halved in the area, and when the creature enters the area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, it must make a wisdom saving throw on a fail save. Creature takes 3d8 radiant damage or 3d8 necrotic damage. On a successful save, it takes half. Do we, Mark? Your call. I think in the other game we keep the initial damage, or
yeah, we'll keep the damage.
Cool, no worries. So that's that. So
I know Andy in our other game we used to do rerolls, but we'll go keep the damage. So that way, if you're stuck with crap damage or good damage, that's what you're stuck with. Yeah.
So 10,
lovely.
17, 24 points of radiant damage to anyone.
24. So Christina's pal is cut to shreds by these spectral guardians. 28.
And Shadar is just standing there with his arms raised like that, his eyes to the heavens, and this is swirling vortex of spectral ravens just shooting around him. It's goth as fuck.
Get your heart out.
Where's
Goth as
Tyrion?
fuck.
Where's Tyrion? He's on the map.
Edgar was sitting on a park bench.
Tyrion's on the map anymore.
Yeah, where is Tyrion? I was wondering.
He's actually beneath this dead dude here.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh,
Hello.
how are you hiding under the torso?
On top of my map.
Obviously, I can choose.
Yeah, just layers. Yeah.
So, I may ask you the same question. Do you consider Shadar an ally?
Of course.
Well, then you're not damaged by my spectral. Excellent.
We have to make goth as fuck a hashtag. Thanks for that. So yeah, 28 points of damage. So this one here is now looking like you've taken clumps of this bits and pieces off it with this spell, but this one is just like literal chunks of its arm, its torso, its head is just sent every direction in this town center.
Just a note, I forgot Shield of Faith is concentration and Spirit Guardian is a concentration, so my AC is back down to 19.
Okie dokie. Both are still alive, but Christina's pal is no longer.
He literally had 1 hit point. You could breathe on it.
Crown of Madness drop if it takes damage.
Probably a reroll, is it?
At the end of his turn or something, isn't it?
No, it doesn't drop if it takes damage.
Okay, just double check it.
I think it's just the end of its turn. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. It is now Mina's pal's turn.
Unfortunately, this may have backfired. Unfortunately, the target has to use its action to make a melee attack against a creature other than itself that I mentally choose, but it has to do it before it moves. If I choose no creature, then the target acts normally. Or if none
for
are
the
within
Tin
its
Man.
reach.
Go for the Tin Man. He's standing there, armored up to the eyeballs.
I'm going to attack Tyrion.
Damn right thing to do.
Alrighty. $14.
And then I would like to use its movement to move out of the range of both of my allies.
Excellent.
So where are we sending him?
Send it towards me.
Which direction?
Yeah, let's just start sending it towards Christina a little bit.
Right, let's get those opportunity attacks in.
Coming at you, my friend.
I see.
My mace +1. Sorry, I have Warhammer +1 in here, but it
18.
should be mace +1. I'll correct that.
15 points of damage.
In downtime, if that's all right.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's 12 to hit.
It's not it.
Swing and a miss.
Righty.
It's
Sorry, that's a little
It's
further than I like. Can we move
movement
him,
is
like-
halved though.
Oh.
In my
That's true, yeah.
in my
So, sorry,
with my little
you
happy
prefer him to be
ravens.
here, was it?
right down there. If movement's half,
Cool.
just set a range for them both.
Yep, sounds good. Perfect. That brings us back to
Oh,
Christina.
in the future, Shadar, you still have inspiration from me.
Thank you.
I'm gonna tell the civvies to get a little bit closer as Christina runs down and goes to impale the
The thing.
with advantage with the flame strike.
Let's do it.
Nat 20 again. Come on. Oh.
That would be nice. But a 21 is still a hit. Against an already weakened opponent.
Well,
Yeah, let's do it.
let's see what we're feeling.
10 points of damage. This will be kill number 2 for Christina. How would you like to narrate it?
She comes running in and then proceeds to jump and then stab the glaive through its head.
He's seeing you.
Anything else from your turn?
I see you guys are having fun over here.
Thanks for the
And
bits.
I end my turn.
Cool.
Thanks for the bits.
Welcome.
And let me see here then. It will be this dude's turn. Does he take the damage on the start of your turn, Shidar, or his?
I believe it's the start of his turn if he stays there. Let me. Affected creature speed is halved when a creature enters the area for the first time in a turn or starts its turn there. It must make a wisdom saving throw. So he gets to make another one. If it fails, it takes 24. Or it's
Yeah,
DC
24,
16.
wasn't it?
Yeah,
10.
24, yeah. So the DC 16.
Yeah, fails, and you just looking at this thing, you see it like looking at Tyrion, and it's just reeling up for another claw attack. But then just these ravens are just whirling around. You just see the hand being just bits and bits just come off it, and by the time it actually swipes down, it's nothing but the arm is gone. You see the other one, same thing, and you can just see that its actual body matter is just disintegrating in your spirit guardian's force, and it just reduces.
Just for flavor, any enemies that like are kind of rationally thinking and have brains and minds, whatever, they will hear like this deafening screech of ravens just cawing and
Nevermore
screeching, yeah, pretty much. And
Hashtag got this fuck.
oh, you better believe it. And then any of my allies will sort of hear that very, very faintly, as if it's just carried faintly in the breeze.
And would Tyrion hear that scene as is in the epicenter? Or like would he hear?
Yeah, well, so any of my allies would sort of hear it. It sounds very, very far away. The idea is that, as far as Shadar is concerned, anyone can be on a path to being an enemy. So
That's fair.
They can hear a faint version of it.
And as this creature is just basically just sent into just bits, pieces, and then eventually just nothing. You look around and you see that there doesn't appear to be any other enemies within sight.
Woo.
So there's no more blue glow on the civvy.
Dar will just walk over to here. He'll grab his holy symbol, and you'll just see the ravens just continue flying around, but they'll sort of fade away.
Okay, just after a bit of time.
Yeah, they sort of just go faint. I'm gonna cast a fucking spell on myself because I
was about to say, how is Shadar looking?
He is, he's hurting. A bit of a gash here on his cheek where one of the things scraped him, or clawed him. It's more than a scrape. He's a little bit cut, bruised. Just kind of catching his breath.
So I'm gonna cast Cure. Let me think. I have something here for this now.
Well, if you need healing, Christina can help.
You should be all right. Let's see.
You're a very healy party, actually.
We are.
You'll need it.
Well, this was terrifying. Let's never do it again.
Okay, yeah, so Shadar will grip his holy symbol, and he will just mutter a few quiet words under his breath. And cast Cure Wounds at... What have we got? What can I cast? I'm going to cast it at level 2. No, level 1. Look at
Ooh,
Leave my
nice.
horse out of this.
More horse banter here in the chat.
So, what's
Been
this?
waiting 2 weeks to
Blessed
find
Strike? That
out.
doesn't count, so it's just 8, isn't it? That Blessed Strike it's for...
Yeah, it's just because you rolled at the same
yeah,
roll and attack, yeah.
Cool, so that's just 8, so... and I will do it once more.
Also, Mark, for future reference, if I do the Primal Guardian attack, I can add up to a 3d6 total because the circle spores, the bees, and the force damage come from the beast.
I like to think that there's, this is episode 2, and there's going to be a strong animal theme in each episode. Last week it was bees. This week it's horses. So, can't wait for the doggo episode next time.
Who's got a doggo?
Okay, yeah, so that'll do for the moment. He still looks pretty beat up, but that's all he's willing to spend here.
Okay.
If he's still looking a little worse for wear, Tyrion will pat him on the shoulder and say, "Your ravens ate well tonight, friend." And he'll be rejuvenated by 25 points.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you, sir.
Before your very eyes, this kind of silvery light just washes over Shadar, and you just see all but a few minor cuts and bruises just close up.
Yeah, Shadar was standing and kind of hold his hand out to Sir Tyrion.
Must definitely shake his hand if he's offering it.
A pleasure to fight by your side, my friend.
Yes, I wasn't aware our gods had a reputation, but they definitely seem to work in conjunction this evening.
Indeed.
Well, if no more mushrooms wish to hamper us, I believe Mina is leading the way to her beloved beast of burden.
Yes. Are you all right, Mina?
Oh, yep. The map runs out, so I don't know if we're here or.
So just before you guys do leave for the stables, Christina, you notice that the civilians are shaken up by what they've just seen. They're visibly rattled. They're kind of one or two even we'll say the little girl is kind of just frozen in place.
Thanks for the bits, Kate.
Thank you very much.
Christina's going to start walking back as she taps her staff against the ground as the fur and the mushrooms go back to normal. As she comes over to the NPC and says, "Well, this is over now. How are you? You guys don't look too good."
So Scraps, he doesn't think he's Warforged, so he doesn't have facial expressions. He's just kind of standing there, kind of just taking everything in. This elven guy that you helped out in the theater earlier, he's just kind of muttering to himself, going, this is a dream, this is a nightmare. have to wake up. I have to wake up. Fenwell, the Duke, his, like, after, going back to normal color, he's not freaking out like everyone else, but he is, like, visibly kind of, like, wide-eyed, kind of slack jaw. Like, he's pretty scared of what he just witnessed. And the little girl is just, like, clinging on to Scraps' arm and kind of, like, forehead kind of nuzzled into his arm. And she's sobbing. And the girl that Shadar had healed earlier on, who was blinded by that weird kind of gunk that was sprayed in her face, she's the same as the elf. She's just like, we need to get out of here. We need to leave. This is a nightmare.
I think if Sir Tyrion would have heard the child crying, he would have turned around instead of following Shadar and headed over with Christina to the gang.
Mm-hmm.
And fucking
Lara looks irritated at the sound of the crying child.
And
she's not wailing. But you can hear like it's dead quiet in the town now after the battle, and you can hear her kind of like sniffling and kind of.
That's enough.
Yeah.
That's more than enough.
Yeah.
Tyrion will look to Christina and say, perhaps while we assess the situation, we should leave these people in Alfred's protection in a nice solid structure while we discover any more civilian survivors and find a way out of here, as opposed to dragging them into the action, one would say.
Well, I started talking deep voice. Well, I do know a place where we can put the survivors, but it's a few days walk.
Perhaps Alfric mere steps away could do in the interim. As he looks down at the child hiding, and the looks on everyone else's face, like, I don't think they could handle another confrontation, Miss Morel.
Which one's a child?
Yeah, Forge doesn't like, children or stuff. So, the child, for all intents and purposes, is a fully grown woman here in this token. So.
Okay, cool. Shadar will walk up to the child and kneel down and take her hand. There, my child. Don't worry, when you die, you'll get to meet the Raven Queen, and she will judge you for your actions on this world and decide which path you take in the afterlife. So
once Shadar starts
actually
walking towards the kid, Mina is just gonna do a little spin on her heel and just walk on over, at least as fast. He's bound to do some emotional damage.
Well, Shadar is doing saying that I get my the bottom of the glaive and poke him in the foot.
Ow.
Yeah, I'm definitely.
Now, this isn't designed to traumatize the child. This is a genuine comfort to Shadar, and he thinks that it would be a genuine comfort to the child.
Oh, I think Mina knows that.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. He's not deliberately trying to emotionally damage the child, but this is what gives him solace. I mean, it's a happy coincidence, but I mean, it gives him solace when he sleeps at night.
How old is this child?
About 8.
Approximately.
Yeah.
And don't forget, you guys just murdered the other sister.
Yeah. So this 8-year-old girl has been through an awful lot the past 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It's been a lot.
And to say that she is in a state of shock would be an understatement. So, like, she probably did kind of like look at Shadar's face as he spoke to her, but the words are just not going in.
You just hear his teacher from Snoopy.
Half elf on the shelf says Tyrion just be like, it's been fungus, but let's get out of here now.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I don't think the wizard's going to be able to properly keep him safe, though. That's the thing. So I suggest we at least get him out of the town.
So I did want to say, after Shadar comforted the child, Mina would like to just kind of sidestep in the way, just kind of pick the kid up, give him one of those.
I was just about to do
that. Just kind of like physically, there, soothe, and just kind of say, well, it's been a big day. Have you ever met a horse before? I'm about to go find one. And just try to thoroughly distract the kid without actually offering any affirmation.
Mina,
confused.
Perhaps we shouldn't bring the unarmored people along. Alfric has a lovely concrete.
I'd have mushrooms though.
Everywhere has mushrooms, but it has a solid roof and a man who can shoot fire out of his fucking hands.
You know what else is stone? Castles are stone. You could pretend that you're in a castle when you're in that stone built. Wouldn't that be fun?
Yes, I grew up in a castle. They are very much fun.
I'm for bringing them along because this place really isn't that safe.
Leave them.
Just leave them.
Just leave them.
Elfric will serve to protect them. I agree with Sir Tyrion. Where we're headed is no place for the uninitiated.
Well, if I remember correctly, didn't Christina say that this whole purple situation is only in this little bit of space?
It is just barely spreading outside the walls, according to my view.
So if we can take them all beyond the walls, then they'll be safer there.
So I suppose just to reiterate what Christina saw, the town is completely kind of overtaken by this stuff, but it has spilled out a little bit into the lands. She could see specks of this fungus.
The bee saw.
The bee saw,
The bees.
exactly. You're right.
So there is no place in the town that is relatively safe. So it's gone beyond the town borders.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Ah.
It's spilled outside the front. There's only two ways in, front gate and another gate. But
the town is the epicenter, though.
Yes.
Town's epicenter. Yeah, correct.
Okay, good to know.
Yep.
That's true. I'm not looking to take them everywhere.
I know Christina knows the place where they can get food, water, and shelter. So,
How far is it?
Importantly, out of our hair. Very well.
To a place 93 days ago.
Well, Strumia.
Right, let us proceed.
Let's solve this in a more diplomatic manner and ask the people what they would like. Would you like to follow us? Or would you prefer to stay in the building? And he refers to the crowd.
So you're asking if they want to come along to the stables or stay with Alfric, basically?
Yeah.
Fenwell is going to pipe up and say, why are we caring about a horse? We need to get these people out of here. We need to leave. Now. Surely.
The horse is on the way out.
And you're welcome to just leave on your own. You don't need to follow me to get my horse. That's just where me and all the firepower's going.
This is... The stables are not far from here. Perhaps we'd best stay in a place that is...
Shut up.
Yes, just consider, Alberus, that should the worst happen, it is a lot quicker to flee on a horse than on your own feet.
Yes, but that's suffice to say that there are any horses. Look at this place. Surely there isn't a soul alive in the stables.
Well, we had 5 soulless creatures come to life. Wouldn't it be a shame if 20 of them came to life and we had no way to go? They seem to be as fast as us.
Yeah, he'll kind of look down at his feet for a moment and back up to you. Well, very well. If you believe it's worth a shot, Sir Tyrion, maybe it's best we stay in this area as it's already been cleared out. I hope maybe Mr. Elfric will accommodate us for a small time.
Yes, I'm sure he would. He seems a very obliging fellow.
Once we do find a way out, we could probably get a wagon going if it's not been broken apart.
Yes, you need a horse to pull a wagon.
Hopefully there's other horses in the stable as well that you could use to pull a wagon.
I mean, we could also have someone pull it, but...
Also...
Shadara looks at the child.
Sorry, go ahead.
Let's go.
Yep.
Now, when Christina says we could find someone to pull it, Shadara looks at the child.
Oh my... No, not like that.
I'm going to hand the child to the Warforged.
Yep.
I believe...
no, sorry, did I get them mixed up?
It's a map says maybe it might be a one-horse town. So anyone, I believe Sir Tyrion is the only person who is, and Elfric, but he's not there, are the only two people who are kind of unfamiliar with Castonia in general. Just kind of going a step back to something Christina mentioned about taking the people to Cerubia and it only being a day or two. Mina and Shadar, you would know that Cerubia is a lot further away than a day or two.
Anything's better than here.
I don't know, that's just kind of clearing that up. But for anyone who is interested in seeing the map of Castonia, that link to it is intermittently being popped up in the chat. But yeah, it's a ways. But cool, yeah. So if you would like, I will. Elfric.
Before we do, no, I was gonna say, I'm gonna reach into my bag and pull out a vial.
Okay.
And it's gonna be filled up with pure honey. And I'm gonna hand it to the little child.
Okay. With a quivering hand, she'll take the vial and look up at you with tear-soaked eyes.
I'll be back.
Okay. And she doesn't looking up at you, looking down at the vial. She'll just she won't stow it away. She'll just hold it in her hand. Not quite sure what to do with it, but she'll hold on to it.
The only mushrooms being eaten are going to be the ones I make.
A lot of people are suggesting licking them first before eating them. But...
Talking like it.
Well, are the civilians coming with, or stay the stay? Right.
Let's go. But the Duke changes his mind.
Be safe.
So before we jump over to the stables, we might take the break there.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
The suspense.
Yeah, no, we have to leave it a little bit longer for another 5 minutes. We'll be back in 5 minutes. So
guys.
Thanks a million, guys, and we'll see you in 5.
See you in a bit.
In 5.
Hey.
Welcome back, everyone. During the break, I took the liberty of moving everyone over to the stable map. So that's what we were doing for this last 5 minutes. We're just strolling through the town looking for the stables. But yeah, you guys, just to, I suppose, tear straight back into it then, you guys set off, leaving the civilians with Alfric, who is busy reading up on some of the stuff Galfond has left behind, seeing if there's anything, any information you can glean, or, any clues as to why Galfond has gone away on business, that thing like that. And in that time, you arrive at the stables. Now, the stables is like the other buildings in Grendel. It's completely kind of taken over by this stuff. And about maybe 4 foot high in this barn is stone, and then after that it's wooden panels all the way up, and this barn is huge. It has a kind of tall, not so much pitched but a curved roof, but yeah, from 4 feet is stone, and then after that is all just kind of wooden panels. You guys arrive at the front to see that you can peek inside the stable doors already, and they're already kind of just flung open, and you can see the hoof marks in the dirt and the clay. There is some of this violet stuff inside. The outside of this place looks, as if someone just kind of left this place, in the dire state it's in. Just like the dung hasn't been kind of thrown out, and just tools and wheelbarrows over here just kind of strewn about the place haphazardly.
They left in a hurry.
They left in a hurry, basically. Yeah. So on approach, you can see the barn doors just kind of swaying gently in the faint breeze, and you can see a little bit inside the stables.
Mina, does your nag have a name?
Hold on. Mina is, as soon as we're like realistically close enough, she's just sprinting forward. She's yelling for her horse, Miel, and yelling for Tomas.
Miel.
And then 20 shambling infected roll out.
If it happens, it happens.
What's the horse's name? Neil?
Miel.
Oh, okay.
Like Neil deGrasse Tyson,
Yeah,
or
that's what I thought it was.
No, it's Miel. So it's Miel.
Meal. Okay, cool.
Half elf.
Not Miel. She's not a Miel. He's not Miel.
Meal.
If Mina's going forward by herself, Shadar will sort of keep pace 15 feet.
Yeah, sure.
behind her.
So you're kind of within distance now to the actual stables itself, and you're just actively calling out to it, right?
Yeah, I'm running in.
So you
This is not proper strategy.
I don't. She's thinking about strategy right now.
Christina's actually going to go inspect the sides.
Sure. Okay. So we'll start with Mina first. So just as you cross the entrance to the stables, you see one door leading into an area here. Just over here, there's a door, and then over here, there's a door, and the rest is all just wooden, more wooden panels. Just not that maybe
Sorry.
that these are in fact. Well, you've been here before, actually. What am I saying? Yeah, I see in the chat there that
Canter spell.
That's a good one.
That is brilliant.
Well, there may be a few canter spells happening soon. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
But yeah, so Mina, I forgot actually. You've actually been here several times before.
I have.
You know that in here is where the stable hand resides. This is where they sleep. In here is the tack room, where all the equipment is held, and then every single structure beyond that are all stables.
Right, stop horsing around with me. I'm gonna go to where Miel is was, and I'm just having a general look. If I knew where Tomas had him, I'm going straight there.
So you know that Miel is at the very end here, and then then to your left at the far end.
Couldn't have been the first one in.
Well, Mina doesn't know what type of DM Mark is, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just let me know when you would like me to roll initiative. Is basically what I'm saying.
No, you can venture on as far as you'd like.
Yeah, I'm going all the way. That's what I said.
Oh, Christina has watched all of her teammates disappear.
So, you guys make it down to the very end of the corridor. You know that Miel's stable is right here, and you get this stench once you get this far in. It's less. No, don't get me wrong. It's still that kind of weird, damp smell of fungus that you got in the town proper, but you're also getting the scent of decay. Shadar, Sertarian, you've certainly been no stranger to it. Maybe Mina, you know what a dead body smells like.
One thing that I cared about in this game. Just
bad.
Is this something we need to worry about, Mark?
Nope, that's kind of over the stable. So in this stable, not your horse, Mina, but one has perished inside. The other stables appear to be empty. Namely, as you approach the final stable, you see that it too is also empty. There is no horse in there at all. And like all of you are perceptive folk. You're able to hear this towards the back, so you know, Mina, that there's actually there's more behind these stables. You just have to venture over to the right hand side here. You hear a voice call out. It goes, hello. So I hear, can someone help me, please?
Do I recognize the voice?
Yes, you would actually. You have met the stable hand Thomas before. You think it is him.
So Thomas, and I'll just run towards the voice.
Alrighty.
Help is on the way.
Help is on the way.
So it's over where towards Tyrion is walking, and inside here you see another perished horse, and then Shadar, Tyrion, as you walk past this stable, you just hear bang right up against the stable door. This live horse covered in purple fungus.
Oh no.
Is ramming up against the stable door. It looks, to say it looks not content would be an understatement. It looks angry, but it is contained. Yeah, it's contained. it's contained in the cell. Or cell? The stable.
Cell?
Stable.
Cell?
It's you're not in a prison. This is a stable. Sorry.
This one lives. Is this your one?
Is this your?
Is it? Wait, sorry. Maybe I misunderstood. Is it alive or is it infected? I thought it was infected.
It appears to be infected.
It appears to be infected.
Is this your beast of burden, Mina?
I don't know. Is this my beast of burden?
It's not. It's a completely different color. This one is brown.
Oh, this is not my horse.
Are you sure?
Maybe
Yes,
we should do the
I'm
right
sure.
thing, and maybe we should put it out of its misery.
Right, someone needs help.
Yeah, you hear this. This weak voice calling out, "Please, I'm back here." And Tyrion, as you turn the corner, you see someone kind of like the same way Christina was when you guys first woke up in the theater, kind of like back, like in a seated position, back up against the wall. But you can see like one of his arms is like adhered to the wall with some of this fungus, and his like his leg seems to be twisted in a strange way.
Oof.
It's
Hello, yes. Are you okay down there?
And he sees Mina turn the corner. Lady Mina.
Yeah. I'm not really, there's no restraint here, so I would just be sprinting ahead of anyone unless you guys are also running.
No, yeah, well, I'm kind of keeping pace with you.
Okay.
Okay.
I thought Mina was saying, I'm not here for you.
Fuck you,
I'll
Thomas.
save you on one condition. What did you do with my horse?
Where's my horse?
Where's my horse? But yeah, no, I'll run up to him. So his arm is kind of almost merged with his wall, and his leg is
Not like it's the same way you guys kind of woke up, like the way Christina was. Like you're not forever stuck to this wall or anything. It's just he probably just lacks the strength to free himself from this stuff.
Oh, yeah, I'll go ahead and...
I don't think any of them saw Christina get stuck.
That's fair, actually. Yeah, I think they did see you kind of free yourself, though.
Yeah, they heard a giant swarm of bees.
Carrick just cut the arm off. Could do.
Carrick is not nice.
And Shadar is a non-runner, apparently. Yeah, so
I will attempt to free Thomas.
You're going to free him? Yeah, it doesn't require much effort. It's just, it's just kind of, you see this kind of lump of gloop fall to the ground as you kind of release him, and he falls, palms flat on the ground, and he just, breathes in deeply, and he's just, oh, thank goodness, I don't know what has happened here. I just woke up and this stuff was on the walls and I couldn't move. Thank you, Lady Mina.
So you just passed out? Did you hear any weird chanting? Did you see any weird people? Did anything unusual happen?
Oh, why, yes, yeah. Before I passed out, this brilliant light. I was outside working in the dung piles, and we saw this light, like a pillar of light, shoot up into the sky. And before we knew it, and then Shadar maces him in the face, and he died.
I apologize. Does a 10 hit, Mark? Sorry.
No worries. Yeah, he says.
Are you really hitting him?
No.
No. I think.
Oh.
I was just trying. Yeah, I was just fixing something and then I clicked it by mistake.
Shadar thought his
I know that Mina thinks that is a very real possibility, though.
PvP, oh boy.
Time to meet the queen, my friends.
Yes.
Oh boy.
So yeah, before Shadar maces him in the face, Thomas was in the middle of just explaining what went down from his perspective. So he was outside, shoveling some dung. This pillar of light. He couldn't tell exactly where it was from, but it was in the direction of the town proper. Shot up into the sky, and then he says, "Well, before long, this porous, strange purple material seemed to just ooze out from the soil, and it tried to grab me by the leg, and I shook it off and ran into the stable. It was mere moments later before a bunch of people ran towards the stable. Some, the owners, the rightful proprietors of their horse, took them, rightly so. They wanted to get out of there. But, it is my duty to look after these lovely animals, and I stayed here and made sure they were returned to their rightful owners. But then a band of what I can only describe as thugs decided that they wanted to get out of town and fast because of this fast spreading strangeness. One of them took a shine to your horse, and I tried to fight them off, but as you can see, and he looks down at his leg, and it's like they overpowered me, and they.
So is it too late to reclass as an Oath of Vengeance paladin?
Next level.
Next level.
Re-level.
So he says I can confirm that Miel is certainly, well, when I last saw her, she was alive, and one of these thugs made off with her. I dragged myself to the back of the room here, and that's the last thing I remember. A bunch of the people who were taking their horse said they were fleeing to Femlis. Apparently that is the closest village to here. Not to say that they've gone in the same direction, but that seems to be where everyone was fleeing to. Makes the most sense, I suppose. It's the closest place to here.
Here, let me help you up. What did they look like? Especially the one who took a shine to my boy.
Oh well, yes, he was tall. He was like myself, a human, and he wore a red bandana around his forehead and was clad in, his trademark thuggish type clothes, bits of leathers and here and there. Wielded a ornate dagger, jagged, around his hip. He threatened me with it, but thankfully they did not take my life.
Any scars? What was he?
No,
fair skinned? Was he dark skinned like me? Was he
fair skinned, blonde hair, and a very discernible earring in the shape of a crescent moon, I believe, on one of his ears. I can't remember which side.
Are you all right, peasant? Are you in need of healing?
I believe I can. And he just puts pressure on his leg.
Shadar throws his eyes up to heaven, and I goes, very well. And he kneels down and puts his hand on it's his leg that's broken, is it, or sore?
It's hurt. It doesn't appear broken.
Yeah, I'm gonna cure wounds. Level 1.
Very, very kind of you.
10.
Yeah, and you just kind of hover both of your hands over his leg, and you can see, you can physically see a bit of swelling reduce. And he just kind of puts pressure on it. He's like, my goodness, I can stand properly. Thank you.
By the will of the Raven Queen, you can stand. Next time you pass by a city with a shrine to the Raven Queen, I expect a donation.
Yes. What little money I have, I can certainly.
At least half. Not this mere pittance. No tokens. Must be a sacrifice. Or you will wake up doubly bad than you were now.
And I will try and deceive him.
Okay. Go ahead and roll deception. He's just going to roll a flat d20, so his insight will be 7. And Nightmare 7 says, like a description.
For fuck's sake!
Every
As
Oh,
this
my
boy,
goodness.
oh, never mind. I was gonna say, as this boy is my friend, can I do something to help? But apparently, I need not.
You do, no. Yeah, Shadar helped by him all by himself.
Well, in the chat, Nightmare 7 says, like a description matters. Every sod in that bandit camp is horse meat regardless.
Shadar robs people he heals.
Nat 1.
Yeah.
So
Oh, hold on. I still have bardic inspiration, don't I?
that's true. You do.
What's that, a D10, Mina, is it?
You can't use it anymore,
Why?
obviously.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's
Is it
How
just
long
a
does
limit?
there's a time limit, I believe.
What's the time limit on?
Looking it up.
Until I decide you can't.
No,
fair.
I've decided you can't.
Well, is that fair though? I think it's
Hold on.
10 minutes.
She's already given it to me, I think.
Yeah.
Yep,
10
10
minutes.
minutes.
That's
Yeah.
up to you,
I
Mark.
can revoke at any time.
Do
No,
I have it?
you can't. You
No,
can't
it says
revoke
within
inspiration.
10 minutes. So
Has it been 10
has
minutes?
it been
Mark?
10 minutes?
Ooh, that's tough because it was about a 5-6 minute walk to the stables. You were only in like a minute of combat, so just at the end of it, I'd say.
There's
Just
your,
at the
there's
end
your
of it.
D10 there. Oh, sorry. For
Ah.
fuck's
The dice gods have spoken.
sake. Okay.
The door is
Okay.
being bad.
Yeah. So Shadar is serious about the donation, but obviously he was bullshitting about the curse or the
Yeah, so like
healing being reversed.
you say that, and he kind of gives you a quizzical look, and he kind of looks at Tyrion, and Tyrion just kind of very subtly just shakes his head. He's just like, and that I'm just saying that for flavor now.
Yeah, Shadar looks over just that 1 second too late. You know yourself when you just
Yeah, Tyrion's just like, but yeah. So with all that in order, you do hear something in the front of the stable. Let me just double check. Christina, where are you?
Yeah,
You're over
I
there.
just
Okay.
yeah, I keep moving around from left to right because I'm curious to see what's on the sides.
Okay, so looking at, I'll just start with yourself then. Just looking at the sides as well. Like, I mean, like on that side in particular, you see just a broken wagon. It appears that that's probably been there for a lot longer because, it was probably just thrown there long before the events of what had happened here took place. Like, I mean, other than that, it's not really of note. The sides of the stables are basically just a bit of greenery. There's nothing to note really along the sides. Inside the stable, guys, you all hear that the horse back in that stable that appeared to be infected. It's been bellowing furiously since it saw you. It rams hard into that stable door. And from the rafters of the barn roof, dust and small clumps of dry fungus fall to the ground. Another hard ram at the door sends a sharp vibration through the already decaying wood structure of the building, and with a sickly yet angry whinny, the horse rams into the door once more, bursting it open, sending the door crashing into the wooden pillar in the corner. And the entire wooden part of the structure of this barn sways slightly, and a rafter falls, crashing down on top of a row of stables just here. Whoops. Just kind of like just along here.
I can see none of that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I see it.
So this stable here and this stable here, over those two. That means it's skill challenge time. So what that means is you're all going to need to work together to make it out of the barn that's seconds from crumbling.
Hey guys.
There will be, Christina can still help, but there will be a series of checks involved, either asked by me or proposed by yourselves during the situation as it unfolds, and I'll be describing things as they happen in real time, so interrupt me if you want to make a check to influence the flow of events as they happen. You'll need a certain number of successes set against a DC that I've noted here. I won't be telling you what that is because it's more fun that way to know if you're not sure if you succeeded or you failed until the fail or success limit has been reached. So the aim is to hit the success target before hitting the fail limit. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Fail column A before column B fills up.
Yep, pretty much. So yeah, Thomas kind of just reaches out to you and says, "Oh God, it's the roof. The roof is going to fall, but we must get out of here post haste." So yeah, you guys can take off running.
Very well.
Run, my friends.
5, 10, 15, 20.
roof
Are we
is-
sticking to our movement?
Yeah, so Syrian, you can stop there. The roof is still swaying slightly, and you see beams along the roof above you kind of crack and splinter. And it sends a hail of dust and spores on top of you. And the walls to either side of you, where all those fungus little bits are, the violet shrooms growing on the walls, they shake and loosen. And some of the heavier caps just drop to the ground. Can I get an athletics check from you, Tyrion? As these clumps fall to the ground before you, just erupting into puffs of spores. Yeah, okay. You dash forward, telling everyone to do the same, and you turn to say, "Cover your mouth," as you do so. So yeah, you're free to continue along your path as you cover your mouth against the eruption of spores that lands at your feet. I'll bring Thomas with you. Thomas is in
Can I argue that my passive perception might help us on whatever happens next? Just once.
Yeah, kind of looking around in an alert, kind of heightened state. Yeah. So you can continue on along the way, and as you do,
15.
Shadar, you hit this corner here,
Sorry.
and
Okay.
you just as like mid sprint as you're running, you kind of make it to the corner, but you spot it. Just maybe a normal unobservant person wouldn't have. But you can see in the corner that the masonry of the barn has become loosened. The rocks are visibly starting to crumble beneath the weight of the damaged structure.
I'll shout to Tyrion.
Where the failing masonry, my friend?
I would like you to roll an acrobatics check.
Oh, me.
Mark, how tall is the roof, by the way?
It's so the stone wall's only 4 foot high, and the wooden panels up to where the roof is pitched, I suppose, would be another maybe 30 foot. So you're talking all in all maybe about 35 foot high.
The highest I can go is 20
That's an 11, my friend.
or 12.
Alrighty. So what happens then is, Terry, I'm just going to drop you back a little bit over here.
So,
Sorry, go
question
ahead.
before we move too far forward. If I wanted to give people inspiration, would that be like my pass, fail, success check, or can I give it to them when I make a check, or like how do you want to do this?
So this is kind of all happening in real time, so you're going to be playing them a tune while running to inspire them.
Do I have to play it too?
I thought that's kind of the whole reasoning behind
It
bardic
says
inspiration.
stirring words.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
You can just
You can-
inspire us.
So I can say things like,
Run,
let's not
run,
die,
run, 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 run.
you know, like
You have a
I
lovely
could say,
braid.
go on and press a girl, or, something like that.
Fair. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
So you can inspire people if you wish. I haven't told you if you. Well, I'm not going to tell you if you pass or fail, but you can use your inspiration if you're giving it to them.
Oh, if I
yeah.
have it, I will. Yeah, I'll definitely take it. What's a D10?
I should know this better.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is,
I think it's a D10, yeah.
Okay.
Yep, D10 and 10.
Well, that fucking okay, great. That's
You know, I don't
13.
inspire you the way I inspire others.
Not yet, anyway. Not yet.
So
Shadar barely knows you, so
you guys can move your way up to here as you tell the others to just run now, and you all kind of, Mina's the last to kind of follow up, and she just barely just misses the pillar.
Tomas.
Falls.
What about Tomas?
He's coming.
Okay.
He's move him up right here, and the structure just falls down behind you, and you're able to kind of, get by mere seconds before the structure would have fallen on you, and you can tell that by now, you only have a few seconds left before this whole structure completely falls down. And I forgot to move the horse, who had escaped the stable. It stands right here in front of you. An infected-looking horse has burst out of his stable. And the barn is now crumbling down, and it is blocking your path.
Is Christina just gonna end up with just her, no one else coming back?
So you can see that the boards, the makeup, the wooden panels of this barn, they're starting to split and crack. You can tell visibly that this barn is seconds from collapsing in on itself.
I mean, the only thing I could do is spam mending.
I mean, yeah. It's like putting a band-aid on the Titanic, really, isn't it?
The only other thing I could do is grasping vine, have it wrap up a pillar and reinforce it.
If you'd like to do that, you can.
So this horse, right? That's
30 feet.
Where is the horse? Maybe I just can't see it.
It's around the corner. Yeah, you can't see it.
Being the first around the corner, seeing the beast, can Sartarian run up and attempt to grab it by the mane and restrain its head to allow the others to get past?
Okay, cool.
Do a strength check to hold it, or
go ahead and roll a strength check.
I mean, the only other thing I could do is enlarge.
I would like to. I'm very bad at this all at once thing. I have confusion as a spell that I could basically cast on the horse, and it would have to roll the d10 to see if it could even do anything, or if it would just be there in kind of a daze.
You can totally do that, yeah.
I don't know if I can do it while Sartarian is running up, or if I have to wait, or if he gets the check, or
it's an action.
You turn the corner.
Well, yeah.
You turn the corner, and you can see already that Sartarian kind of has the shield up. Or no, you just said you were grabbing it by its neck. It's literally just holding it up, and he turns his head around to everyone and says, "Now you fools, run!" Well, I don't know if you call them fools or not, but that's what they'd say.
Fly, you fools!
Yeah, he says, "Run, hat, go!"
If he's got it, then I guess I'll just run through.
Okay,
run through as well.
Put you right there. If everyone else wants to run by,
I'll hit the horse with a blight as I'm going by.
Okay.
Well, I see Sidar finally.
And now
there's a nice. That's 31 points in 39 points in necrotic damage.
So Tyrion, as you're holding this beast.
No, sorry, 31 because I think the blessed strike doesn't count.
Okay. You're holding this
16
beast by the neck, and as before your very eyes, I'm not going to make it roll a check because it's going to fail. It withers away. What little patches of skin you can still see on it just wrinkles into a sickly grey before a beam from the roof falls down and just collapses in on top of the horse. And it is no more. You're just holding onto its head by the neck. That's all that's left of it. You just drop that. And
let's go, Sartarian.
Time is of the essence, friends, as another beam of rafters falls down onto the ground before you.
So I'd like to give Tyrion inspiration, I guess next. This is the next 6 seconds or whatever. I'll definitely say something complimentary about him holding the horse that I can't think of right now. But yes.
Mark, I got a question.
Sure.
Can I use Thorn Whip without dealing damage?
If it's on an object, I presume so.
Because I was going to say, if they got into close, I could Thorn Whip, pull them close, and then have the bees carry them.
Oh, if you're attacking a creature, you will be doing damage. Yeah.
Well, nothing like the present.
So,
nothing like the present.
You guys. Sorry, go ahead, Terry.
Did the beam that fell on the horse block Tyrion's way? Or...
No, that was just for flavor.
All right, okay. And then he will.
I keep forgetting about poor old Thomas. Here, hang on.
Thomas?
Whoops.
Thomas!
Move the door. There he is, and boom. So you guys are full sprint mode. You can see the end in sight. But
I think it's just there waving.
As you approach the end, I'm going to need you to make a dexterity check, not a save.
Like a group check or one person?
Just
I'm
Shadar.
notoriously good at these.
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
Yeah, so
I
you
will cancel my own critical success. And then no, I won't.
so you're running towards the door. You're just like full sprint, kind of just this barn doors. But you look up just above, and you can see that the rafters holding the top of the door are already like cracked, like in an X shape, and you're not going to make it in time. They fall. They bar your path.
I'm gonna cast enlarge on myself then.
Okay, go for it.
I do that.
In the meantime, while Christina just sees this happening and grows a little larger, well, a good deal larger than how she used to look, more rubble falls from the roof. Can I get Mina an insight check from you?
Insight?
Actually, sorry, no, it would be perception.
Sorry.
Perception. Sorry, not insight.
Can I aid her? That doesn't much.
17.
As all that crap fell from the roof, you hear something in the tack room. It sounded like a wall collapsed in.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna like open that door because it doesn't look like we're getting out this way.
Yeah, and you open up the door to see a grand old hole in the wall, sizable enough for everyone to get out.
This way. Let's go.
Well spotted, my
Spell
friend.
slot then.
Come, Thomas, come.
Oh yeah, he's already up.
Thomas!
Use your legs, child. Hurry up.
And yeah, it's the legs of the Raven Queen so kindly repaired for him.
Indeed.
Yeah, and Sir Tyrion, you are not out like a second before the roof finally completely gives way, and giant Christina is just covered in dust and bits. And you guys just a plume of dust is just sent out through this gap, and you are all you're just all kind of panting and delighted that you made it out just in time.
Well, Mina, that was
That was
certainly a
scratch.
challenge.
But,
My
I'm
life's been
blessed
in a
you
lot
also.
more danger since I met you guys.
And imagine
Like-
you
likewise.
wanted to bring a
50
child
years
into
before.
this.
Well, yeah, it was certainly challenging. It's good that we're also skilled. Let's what next? Go back and retrieve the peasants.
Well, Christina is still up front, trying to pull the rubble away. Unaware of what's going on.
That's
because
true, yeah,
as far as she
it's-
knows,
Yeah.
she just saw everything just get crushed.
So yeah,
Oh
you just
my.
kind of like throw the rubble.
Christina!
Christina, you're not
I
sure
think
if-
one of her
if
bees
you-
may have stung her.
You look like you're having some sort of anaphylactic reaction.
I
Christina.
just,
Are you
I
okay?
just,
She's
she's
not
12
allergic to her
She's
own
12
bees.
too now.
it would be
by
brilliant
the
if she
way,
was. Is that-
she's 12 too. Like in height.
I have one
Oh,
more greater
no.
restoration spell available if you need it.
No, it's fine. She
Actually
snaps
don't.
her fingers and just goes back to normal size.
Thomas, come.
Oh yeah. Jesus.
We have
We
to.
need to keep track of Thomas.
Uh,
He's like, yeah, do you know what? I'm
there's
good chilling
other
here.
civilians in town that you can.
Well, we still have the campfire.
Well, yes. Christina, you weren't there, but young Thomas here was informing us of a group of bandits that ransacked the town and took what they felt like before the when the
Including
disaster
my
happened.
horse.
Well,
Yes, this horse.
the chance it might still be alive.
We need to sit down and plot what our next move is.
I
Do
said,
we go back to our normal lives, or are we sort of this self-styled investigators as to the origin of this curse, or are we hell bent on punishing horse thieves?
Well,
I mean, this looks like a big adventure. And I'm not even sure where we would start with all of the purple
well,
wildlife.
we need to get the civilians out at least.
Yes, and we can't get them out past a bandit camp if the camp is full. So I
Not
believe
if it's
We
on
can get them
fire.
to-
Not if it's on fire. Fire is a very valuable option.
So
So,
they have
Mark,
all the
remind me
belongings of the
again-
town.
where those thieves went to. What was the city?
It was more like a small town that Thomas said. The closest one is called Fenlis.
Fembus?
Fenlis, yeah.
Femless. So that's just it's the next town over, isn't it?
Next town over.
Well,
To the west.
I think that's where my path takes me.
Well, while we're doing this, Christina's going to walk away and grab the wheelbarrow.
Okay.
Rickshaw.
Nice. Are you the rickshawer or the rickshaw-y?
I'll be carrying it for right now.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good idea. I think there's one right over here.
Someone
Is that
calls
one
you
as
over
well?
and asks you, for a $5, will you drop me to the pub down the road? No, I'm just kidding.
We could throw Tama in there, unless he's not.
Like, I mean, his leg is healed. Like, he's able
Okay.
to walk and stand and stuff. But yeah, if Shadar hadn't healed him, then well, first of all, the DC for all those checks would have been significantly higher if someone
Really?
was carrying him. If someone was carrying him and he was
Yeah.
injured, yeah. But he's fine. He doesn't need it.
Well, Christina's going to take the wheeler and say, "Does anyone mind if I take this?"
And Thomas says, from what I've seen, this town is already lost. You'll hear no argument from me if you want to claim anything from around here.
Okay, she's just going to take it and start pulling it.
Okay. Yeah. You never know when wheelbarrow might come in handy.
Tyrion,
Yes, it all.
I was tasked by my order to root out some undead filth in this town, which you are well aware of. I took care of very easily. My mission here is complete. What of yours? Is it ongoing? With
Well, my mission was over before I even managed to get here, as you're well aware. But I don't think I can leave this place smelling of fiend as it does.
fiend, you say?
Oh, this place reeks of the stench of sulfur and rotten eggs since the moment I woke up.
I see.
I, for one, don't think my God would permit me to not leave. I must cleanse this land and avenge these people.
You intend to just fight all of the purple, violet madness that takes this town?
Hey, she said it.
Yes.
Yes!
And that's how it started.
Shadar looks to the west and sees a black raven just perched in the tree, and it caws. And he says,
I believe my path may lie with yours, Tyrion, for now. I believe my order would wish me to investigate and eradicate whatever this is. For
It's
now,
quite rare that us followers of the divine are sent anywhere without greater meaning. We may have been sent here to vanquish a simple beast, but this could have been the end that the gods saw.
I agree, my friend. So, for better or worse, we are allies and brothers for now.
In this life until the next.
Agreed. Mina, what of it? Would you like to dedicate your life to a noble cause?
Like my whole life?
No, just as long as it lasts.
I mean, I'm willing to stick with you guys until we get these townspeople to safety. And then I've got to go hunt down some bandits and get my horse back.
Well, By the sounds of what Thomas has told us, that we have to find these bandits as they are the closest source of information we have. He knows no more since he has become trapped, but they ventured through the town and saw the spread. Maybe they know someone who caused it.
Very well.
They were quick enough to escape from it, as if they had a precognitive ability to know what was happening.
Huh. Yeah, then I'm with you guys. Just don't call me sister. It's kind of weird.
I have a sister.
She's just coming back to the wheelbarrow. I really have nowhere to go at the moment. Slowly just adapting back.
Sounds like a yes.
I'll take it as a yes.
Oh, by the way, Mark, quick question. Was there any, like, flowers at all? Non-infected?
Around here, the stables?
Yeah.
No. It's more like you. It's more kind of half trampled upon the land, from bringing horses in and out and stuff. But it's been a little bit reclaimed by nature since because it's been a while since anyone treaded foot along those. But there's maybe some kind of there's a few clumps of weeds here and there, but no flowers.
I'm gonna just call the bees to my hand, look at them, give them a look over, and then say that we need to get moving soon. Though we do have the campfire that we did see. Well, the bee saw. As I waved the bee-covered hand around.
Well, fire waits for no one. I'd say we go there next.
Agreed.
Fire waits for Alfric.
So
we're bringing Tama with us.
Yep. So are you guys heading back to pick up Elfric and the guys before heading outside the city gates?
Probably should, shouldn't we?
Yeah,
I think we'll leave that up to the rest of the party.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just grab them all.
Thomas, and then...
Wait, we're dropping them off, or...?
I was going to say drop off Thomas, then go investigate, because you're going to a camp a bee saw. It could be filled with undead. It could be filled with monstrosities. It could be filled with...
Fair.
Are we going straight in, or are we gonna rest? I don't mind going straight in. I'm just.
I'm doing great. I haven't taken any damage at all.
Nope, no damage. Woo!
Yeah,
Well,
the trick is to not
damage.
get close enough for them to hit you.
Yeah, it's not about damage.
You should try that next time.
Until they fire back with the ranged attacks.
Actually,
power granted to me by the Raven Queen.
Mark,
somewhat depleted.
How covered are they in the dust and
spores
and stuff?
They're still there's no spores on them. It's just kind of dust from the rubble that kind of spray it out. There's bits and pieces in like your hair and your clothes and stuff like that. But it's nothing that is going to hinder you in any way.
Okay.
Oh, I definitely will fuss over everyone just the tiniest bit and prestidigitation them to not looking gross.
Okay.
Oh, I thought the wizard was the only one that had it. Oh, thank God.
Shadar appreciates that. He's not a very outdoorsy type person. Like
and I think you guys are all looking pretty good, right? Christina hasn't been hit.
I'm at 129 hit points. I'm still good.
Yeah, Christina hasn't taken a scratch. Tyrion is looking the same as he has been ever since that very first encounter with the other twin. And Shadar had taken a few, he had taken a bit of a beating, but between himself and Tyrion has healed himself almost back to maybe he has a couple of scrapes, but nothing to write home about.
How's the armor?
I could do like a mass healing word if everyone's looking just a little less.
I'm looking okay. Fairly depleted spell slots.
Well, if you got the scratches earlier, did it tear open the armor or?
No. He's looking.
Nothing cuts open Tyrion's armor. It's antique.
Unless you got a can opener.
Given that I took poison damage, do I feel any ill effects or?
For now, you are feeling okay.
Okay, cool.
And I think I heard someone asking about Thomas. He's fine as well. Shadar healed him up earlier.
I will. I'll definitely monitor how I feel after taking poison damage from one of those creatures.
Yep.
Cool. What was I feeling?
So I think we're good to go. We drop Thomas off and we head out of town, right?
Very well.
I'm still taking the wheelbarrow.
Sure.
Oh, take it.
Double check I have
No.
the right tokens.
It's going to be the ladder all over again.
So is there anything discernible you want to say to Alfred as you're dropping them off? Do you want me to bring you back to the town map, or do you want to go straight to the gate, or how do you feel?
Straight to the
I think we
campfire.
can go straight to the gate.
We drop them off, say,
Yeah,
hey,
so,
we're still here.
You bring Thomas to the door of Gelfon's house, knock, and run away, and it just opens up.
Oh yeah, ding dong ditch.
Yeah.
How far away was the camp roughly that the bee could discern?
It's just outside the city gates.
Oh, well then, yeah, no, we drop them off and say, Alfred, one more for you, but we're going to assess the situation outside the gates. We'll be back as soon as possible.
And he will gracefully take Thomas inside the house. I'm sure he'd probably ask about Mina's horse as well, if you want to update him on that. And then, yeah.
I will.
Later.
Fair enough. I will bring you guys over to the city gate.
Christina still has her wheelbarrow.
Mina will say something to the effect of, don't just
spend your life in this building waiting for us. If at a certain point we just don't come back, you can leave.
Yeah.
Have a little faith.
I have plenty of faith in myself.
So, Christina and Shadar, as you walk outside, just need to reveal the area. I didn't put dynamic lighting on this map for reasons. I will first reveal area, but again, Shadar, with your passive perception, I think you have pretty good passive perception.
23.
Well.
Yeah, he has 23. I have 19.
Yeah.
Mina's pretty good as well, I think.
Yeah, she also has 19.
Comparatively to the party, it's just the 19.
Kieran, what's your passive perception by chance?
25.
So you encounter this small campsite outside of town, and with your passive perceptions, Shadar and Christina, you hear the unmistakable sound of a bowstring being pulled. But no sooner do you hear that, do you see from... Sorry, no, 1 second. There we go. That's purposely left black for a reason. No, from all you can see over there is just nothing. There's nothing there.
Map isn't loading yet for anyone.
From this,
So I'd like to think that Mina's in the middle of a conversation with Tyrion where she's basically like, did I hear someone call you Tyrion? I don't know if we were introduced. My name's Mina. And then...
Okay. Yeah, you can continue that conversation if you want. I can jump to what happens after this.
No, it's fine. I like the fact that we just started and it was interrupted. So
Gotcha. Okay. So, I was saying that Shadar and Christina, you hear this unmistakable sound of a bowstring being pulled, but no sooner do you hear that sound, you hear this boom, and a whole clump of arrows fall out of this tree over here, and then you see the branches of the tree shuffle, and kind of a grumble, kind of like a pissed off kind of grumble, like as if someone was kind of cursing, but not something you can hear what they're saying. You just hear a disgruntled voice coming from the tree.
Show yourself. Your ineptitude has revealed you. Step out from the tree.
And you see
We may yet let you live.
You see a body drop. Well, not just drop to the ground or anything, but just kind of leap from the tree. And
A buddy or a body?
A body. And it immediately starts scampering towards the ground, gathering up the arrows. They have a bow attached to their back. It appears to be, as you run up, Shadar, this is a kobold in armor. And it's kind of just going, arrows, pick up the arrows. And it's just kind of gathering them up and shoving them back into a quiver. And it says, halt. In the name of Duke Elberus Fenwell, I order you to stop right there.
What authority do you have to use that name?
what's a
And the
kobold?
power it conveys?
And like as you draw near, it's like forcefully like drawing its like taking its bow from its back again, and says, "I warn you, I am a guard of the Fenwell Dukedom," and he like.
Hey,
He goes to like give a salute, but his like helmet rattles on his head. His helmet is far too big for him.
there's no need for all of that. Put your bow down. We're not threatening you. We're here to help.
We just rescued him.
You are anything that comes out of these cities is a threat, and like just as that is happening, you hear the kind of click clack of horse shoes on the ground. And
Which direction?
let me point it out for you here, just up here, namely where this grayed out square is. And you see 3 more guards arrive. It says, what goes on over here? Buckets, report. And,
Hello.
The kobold again like calls to attention, stands up straight with another salute and says, yes, these people have wandered out of the city, but they're not hostile. They're not. The middle one says, and kind of ties his horse to the hitching post and dismounts.
None of those horses are mine, right?
None of them are yours. No.
I'm gonna ask every time a horse is on screen.
Yeah.
We find my horse for better or for worse, just so you know.
Yeah, these horses are kind of kitted out with the saddle-bearing Duke Fenwell's heraldry.
Can't say I know who they are.
Neither can I.
Because I don't care.
Who's
there's
the
another
Duke in
one.
the city?
Fenwell. Yeah,
Yeah.
same guy.
Yeah, cool. Thought I was right.
Would knowing the Duke before all this kicked off, did he have kobold security? Or kobold labor servants?
You haven't seen one. But yes, this guy here and says, at ease, buckets. Maybe fetch us some food, would you? I'll deal with these folks. And he stands upright and says to yourself, Shadar and Sartarian, as you're standing before him, says, "What are you doing here? This is quarantined area we are guarding."
Under whose appointment do you have authority?
Duke Fenwell, of course.
Is that so? And when was the last time you spoke with the Duke?
We received orders from him in the form of writing only weeks ago, saying that we are on shift duty to guard this town and make sure no threats emerge from it after this strange occurrence has happened. And it's only been in recent times that maybe an hour or so that things have really started to become interesting around here.
Do I believe him?
You can roll insight.
I'd like to roll insight.
I'm rolling
It's
insight.
25.
So little rule on that. Any more than 2 attempts is considered the party attempt.
Yeah, okay.
But
Okay.
a 25 is pretty good. He seems to like he's not making any those I suppose stereotypical like eye movements, like they're thinking up to or looking up to the left to say his line, that kind of thing. He's not. Yeah, doesn't appear to be giving away any telltale signs that he is lying.
General rule of thumb: when Shadar does an insight check, unless it's a situation, it's kind of it's specific to the situation, he kind of leans in, like uncomfortably close,
Eye to eye, almost.
eye to eye, almost. Yeah, nose to nose, almost.
Eye to eye contact.
Mm-hmm.
Sir,
Sir
I did
climbs
not
on
get
the
your
tent.
name. I am Sir Tyrion Shadowbane, a chosen right hand of Torm, and you would be?
I'm Officer Bertrand. I lead these men.
Officer Bertrand, I must ask you, have you ever met the Duke in person, not through written communication?
Indeed, I have.
And what does he look like?
Well, ever since his succession after his father perished in the events this town had endured, he's he's naive, but he's learned well from his father in the years that Albert Fenwell has been in service to his dukedom.
Ah, you serve Albertus II.
Indeed I do.
I'm gonna lean over to Christina, like, is that the one I turned blue? Do you know who this person is?
I don't care about Nobles. I care nothing of the politics of this land.
And I assume, judging by your misfit
Can I just-
armor, that you have only recently been elected to this position.
Do you just want to go while they're talking?
I suppose.
It has been quite some time since this strange occurrence has happened in Grendel, and many small units have been formed in order to establish a perimeter around Grendel and ensure that no threats come either to or from it. And it's been relatively quiet these past number of months, but up until about an hour ago, we saw some husk-like creatures emerge from the city gates, and we've managed to take care of them, dispatch them as they were hostile. But so there was one other before you who had their wits. Actually, sorry, he doesn't know that you just came out of the city gates. He says there was one other that emerged from the city that had their wits about them, but they were neutralized by an unknown assailant upon their exit from the city gate.
So what did you need the wagon for? Are you just like collecting wagons, or you just wanted it?
I just think it might be a valuable asset. People tend to leave the things they might need in the future.
That's fair. You totally need a wagon.
Well, this is technically a rickshaw. There's the difference. Would you like to try? I can give...
No. I'm a bit too delicate for all of that heavy lifting. I'm really not meant for fighting at all. This has been quite an adventure.
So before you can answer, Bertrand, Shadar, or Tyrion, he does say, how did you get past the checkpoint? How did you make it up to the city limits here? Or the town limits?
Well, that's quite simple.
I looked at Tyrion to see if he's going to tell the truth here.
Tyrion's just gonna look at him and make it blatant. He goes, we didn't pass a checkpoint because we didn't approach the city. We have exited the city. And I have good news for Alberus II. His father lives.
So you want to just hide by this tent in case they end up fighting so we can be there?
Sure.
Oh, that's a tent? I thought that was a gazebo.
No, that's a pitched tent. Let me see. He is not going to believe that statement, so he's going to roll insight to check and see if he can tell if you're telling the truth or not. He rolls in that one. He thinks that you're talking out of the hole. He is like, I would request that you do not sully the good name of Alberus Fenwell and making up stories and mock his memory.
Listen here, child. I will give you the location where the Duke is. Head into the town. Take a right, left, right, left, right. And you will find him there. A wizard named Miel is keeping him safe.
I believe that is
Smart.
That is outside of the scope of our orders. We are here to form a perimeter and investigate the situation as it unfolds. Now, in the last hour, things have changed. We were the archways to the city and the walls surrounding it. Things are able to pass through. It's like the pillar of light just faded. Yes, this happened all but about an hour ago, and no sooner did it that some shambling creatures came pouring outside. We managed to take care of them. One living person managed to come out, but
Who was that?
some resident of the town, but before they could utter a word to us, when they got close enough, an unknown assailant fired a poisonous dart straight into their neck.
Where are they now?
That's why we left our post and left buckets over there in charge. We followed the assailant and well, we managed to do naught but just chase them away. but we did manage to get a good look at them. You, Paladin of Torm, you can see that you are who you may say you are. You appear to be one of the Raven Queen, he says, looking at your your pendant. I believe it is okay to tell people of the church that, yes, this assailant were wearing a darkish blue cloak. We did manage to get a look at their face, but we got a glance at the side of their face.
And?
Must have been seeing things, but then again, seeing these creatures spill out of the town, I could have sworn I'd seen a mushroom growing out of the side of their face.
Now, do you consider yourself a moral person? Like, because I know the other two are good two shoes, but like if knocking these guards out and stealing their horses was the best way to go forward, would you be cool with that? Not that I'm saying we should do that. I'm just saying, what do you think?
Honestly, I really don't have any need for animals. I just walk place to place normally.
Right, but if we're in a hurry.
Possibly, but there are better options.
Mina, can you roll a stealth check if you're talking about this behind this tent?
Sure can.
Are you saying this out loud or whispering or?
I assume we've been whispering to each other like the whole time.
Go for that stealth.
But yeah, I can.
Both of us, or just her?
I'm the only one talking.
Well, she was the only one kind of talking. Yeah.
I mean, both of us technically were. Yeah.
Ooh, wow, you stealthy. Okay. Yep. Proceed.
Well, if we had to, I suppose we could, but I wouldn't be up for it.
Purely theoretical, of course. I'm not asking anything like that. Just trying to gauge everybody before things get serious.
That's fair enough.
It's just girl talk.
Where's the
We have civilians with the Duke. Would Alberus II be willing to house the civilians and keep them safe?
So the Alvarez II, you mean?
Yeah.
Bertrand will look back to his men and look back at you, Sir Tyrion, and say, if it is indeed what you say is true, if you have emerged from this town, then there could be element of truth behind the actual. He could have actually survived, but judging by what happened, it seems damn near impossible. But we can't rule out the possibility that the Duke of our lands still may be alive.
Can't rule out the possibility. My friend, we have told you, this is a certainty, not a possibility. Now, in with you, and guide him out, lest you feel the wrath of the Raven Queen.
He'll clear his throat at you.
I'm going to attempt to intimidate him.
Okay.
I think we didn't go too far.
It's just sort of more pulling clerical rank or kind of thing. I've only got a +2 on this. It's not going to go well.
Yeah, so he kind of like readjusts and like he shuffles in his armor a bit and kind of stands upright once again and says, Mr.
Imperator Vicanus.
Mr. Vicanus.
Imperator is my title.
Imperator Vicanus. While your information is very, very useful and helpful, we are under strict orders by the Duke himself to form the perimeter. Now, a couple of things to note. Our shift should have ended 3 days ago. We are replaced by a rotating shift of officers every week, and our last shift has not arrived in the last 3 days. And, well, had the events not occurred only an hour ago, we were planning on sending buckets back to Femlis to inquire as to what happened to our resources. But your timing is quite fortuitous to us. We must remain at our post, but if you could bring these survivors back to Femlis, I believe there is someone there that can help with the situation. There is a doctor, an apothecary in Femlis who has been taking care of the refugees from this town that fled upon the first occurrence before the remainder of the villagers and townspeople were trapped within the town. He has been doing some research into what is going on with all of this, and if the Duke that remains inside, if he is still not hurt, or if he has sustained some injuries, I believe that the good doctor can help.
We do have samples.
You have... Oh, sorry, you're way over there. You don't say it out loud.
Yep.
Anyway, I looked at Tyrion and
Well, my friend, what do you think?
Well, this assailant is definitely conspicuous, but if a strange, cloaked person that has a growth appears the second the beacon beam that was emanating from the church happens to fade, this could be related. Suppose all we can do is get the civilians to a somewhat safety and continue.
Sir Tyrion, can I get a history check from the two of you guys?
sure.
What the fuck happened? Where's my character?
So, Mark, question: if they're not yelling, we're kind of not really in earshot, right?
No.
We're all the way across the other side of the map.
That's just clarifying.
Yeah, you're like, what's it, like 80 foot away or something like that?
Pulling
Yeah,
up the 10 pegs from the gazebo.
Not that evil.
I mean, our passive's like a 19. Just figured I'd ask.
I'd be too far away for like people, unless they were like yelling.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Was Shadar and Tyrion yelling?
Well, you might have been able to get words from Shadar as he was intimidating the guy. But other than that, you weren't really getting much more information.
You may have heard the words Raven Queen uttered, which is not that common for Shadar, but anyway.
And that he likes yelling a lot.
Do you think they're fighting already?
I mean, I think we'd hear a lot more screaming if they were.
He did do his whole Raven Queen.
Yeah, I suppose.
Raven Queen.
I suppose we can go. I suppose we can go take a look again. Do you think anyone's noticed that we went missing?
You know, boys, they never notice anything.
Well, right, so you wish us to go in and retrieve the civilians. And
They don't
Yes,
look like they're fighting.
the uncouth Duke in return.
So, just with that history check, at Bertrand's description of the assailant, there was one bit of information that kind of piqued your interest. It was the color of their cloak.
Blue cloak.
Same, a dark blue cloak, same as the stagehands that were in the theater moments before you guys all walked out. No, there wasn't any brown cloaks there. You might see a few of them next week, though. Not on this stream.
If memory serves, Shadar, those now very suspicious stagehands were all draped in dark blue.
Agree.
Starting to smell a lot like a cult.
Cult is my favorite thing to eradicate, my friend. Zealots, non-believers, heretics.
Ah, heretics. Yes, well,
I love the smell of burning heretics in the morning.
I just want to say there's a clear divide between the current players.
Absolutely.
Isn't it brilliant, though?
Very well, let's go in and get this Duke and get on with our investigation.
Very well. So you
Is this
guys-
sorry? Did this guy say he was captain or something?
Yeah, he's like the head of that like battalion or
Bertrand, was it?
Yeah, Bertrand, yeah.
Very well, Bertrand, we will do your work for you.
you
Also,
you above all else should know we are men under
You
orders.
yes, very well. Have a bath, Bertrand.
And we'll head in, and I think we'll get them. And get the fuck out of here. What do you think?
Okay.
Yep.
Um,
M2 at least. I wonder where Mina and Christine has disappeared to.
I will paste them up here, and I will also get Thomas.
It looks like they're going back into town. Should we go?
Those still bringing the wheelbarrow.
Yeah, so you guys head back into town and fetch the others. Unless there's anything else particularly you want to do in town, I was just going to drag everyone out here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
we can
mean,
do that.
perhaps
At some point, the girls will
On the-
definitely pop up and they'll be like, "So how was that?"
On the way out of the town, I think Tyrion would have taken the time to race the Duke that his heir has taken control and has a force guarding the city. And that he should not be shocked if he is met with a strange reception, as everyone thinks he's dead.
But this is preposterous. It's only been a day or two, surely. He doesn't know how long it's been.
Well, now that you mention it, Duke, we have reason to believe it has been roughly 93 days.
You speak madness, Sir Tyrion. Surely we would have perished in that time.
So I would believe, but the Warforged individual over there seems to have records dealing a time frame of 93 days from the initial incident of the bright flash and when we walked into his dwelling. And
That's-
any other source seems to correlate that evidence. Now, myself, Shadar, and anyone who awoke in the theater is doubtful, but you cannot argue with evidence.
Indeed, and if what you say is true, Sir Tyrion, the regiment that my son would have put in place is very by the book. It is what I would have done. I would have set up checkpoints between the affected area and the unaffected areas to make sure that no crossing of the whatever is going on crosses those checkpoints or borders. And indeed, I would put up a security detail around the afflicted area. So he's definitely operating by the book if what you say is true.
He's most definitely doing his best. They did mention checkpoints, but if the force isn't up to your usual standards, do not take it out upon young Alberus or the men. Yes, just they're doing the best they can with the resources they have. You'll understand when you see them. Try not to be shocked.
Very well, he'll say, very suspiciously and quizzically. But as he makes it to the gates of the town, he's greeted by the men, and they can't believe their eyes. They're just like, "My lord, you're alive. Are you hurt? Are you well? What has happened inside?" And he kind of just reiterates basically everything you guys said about the play and about what they saw. And yeah, he's just both parties, both the Duke and the guard, they're just baffled. And the Duke looks over at the kobold and says, "What of this creature? What is his nature? Why is he clad in our armor and bearing my heraldry?"
This Duke is Bertrand, captain of this particular regiment. This is their detail is to watch this entryway.
And Bertrand chimes in as well as, forgive us, my lord. We are quite short-handed, and this lowly creature was found on a local excursion outside Femlis in a cave, quivering and sickly, and rather than slaying it, some local town's guard just brought him back, and well, we were caught for numbers and seemed to be somewhat way competent in basic commands, so we took him aboard, and he does minor work for us, like chopping wood for the fire, fetching things, really. We named him Buckets, as his primary duty is to just fetch pails of water. And again, this kobold is just kind of like in armor that is comically too big for him. But he's doing his best. He's kind of tidying up the camp as you guys speak, and just gathering up bits of firewood and things like that. But the guard says, my Duke, whatever shall we do? Do we stay, or what would you have us do? And he'll look to you, Tyrion, and say, "What, Sir Tyrion? What is the best course of action?"
Well, you say that in the last hour, the shambling have begun to exit the city, so you must keep up your detail until we have more information. We need to get these civilians away from here, as they are in danger, and yes, I think we need to meet this apothecary and see what information they have on what leads. And any sightings of the Blue Cloak, you must contact Albert so he can get a message to us.
Yes, okay. Yes, that does make sense. Very well. And Bertrand also mentions as well, by the way, in his description about, the change in shift that was supposed to arrive 3 days ago, never arrived. Duke Fenwell is very distressed by this. In his ranks, tardiness is not something that, especially without any word or warning, is something that he is not overly familiar with, as his men are always very rigid with time. So something he feels is quite distressing about that information.
Jadari's just down the bottom of the map, sitting against this wall and taking his boots off and emptying the stones out.
Righty. So
He's no interest in being around the Duke.
That's fair, yeah. He didn't get off to the best of starts.
No.
Christina does want to do something, though.
Sure, yeah, far away.
She's still carrying the wheelbarrow as she brings it up and goes to look at the little girl and says, "We're going to be leaving soon. Would you like a ride?"
She'll kind of, like, she's no longer sobbing because it's been a bit of time, but she does have this kind of redness around her eyes to signify that, she was crying a lot recently. But she'll nod and say, yeah, my legs are kind of tired.
Come and sit, and then we should get going.
Yeah, so she'll totally rickshaw the wheelbarrow. So would you guys at this point like to short rest, or are you guys heading off straight away, or what would you guys like to do before?
Shadar would argue for a long rest because he's fucked for spell slots.
Sure,
but
yeah.
it would be very. He wouldn't make a big deal of it. He would just say that he could do it. Some sleep. And
where we are.
If the consensus is to keep moving, then he won't argue that. He'll just kind of stoically just put the head down and move on.
I'm good to rest for the night, and if you give me a minute, I can make us a tent.
You can make us a tent.
I can.
How? How can you make a tent? You either have
With
one
magic.
or you do not. Oh, I see.
Well,
my friends, I could certainly do with resting and recharging if we can spare the 8 hours. If not, I will soldier on.
So
Seamus.
with that, I would cast Lemon's Tiny Hut.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. Figure that'll be helpful in the future.
Your tent is quite tiny.
It's not usually made for so many people.
Let's not summon a larger one.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're not going to fit everyone in there, I'm afraid.
Yep.
With civilians.
Oh, I was not offering it to the civilians.
Yeah.
You wake up and everyone is dead but you guys. No, I'm just kidding.
That would be, I mean, that would not be great.
That is acceptable.
No,
But it's
I think you can fit up to 8 people in the
Yeah, it's a 10-foot radius. I mean,
Well,
I figure at least the party should fit in that.
Yeah,
Christina
no,
would be
absolutely.
ready to go
And that's all I would offer.
because there's something else bothering her. But
I'll accept the use of your
I don't know if I'd want to do it right here. You know, like I'd maybe want to move during the afternoon and then set it up.
Sure.
couple hours away.
Well, that's acceptable.
You can start into your journey back
But,
towards. I take it you're going back to Femless.
Oh yeah, we definitely have business there
Cool.
other than my horse. But
Very good.
I definitely like if we're gonna do that and we pick up next week. I'd like to. There's a couple of things I'd like to say to one or two characters
During the
long rest, rather than just assuming
Gotcha.
that it's done.
Just noting that we are just about at time. We could probably leave it there and start into next session with that long rest.
Great.
So yeah, we will leave it at that. So in 2 weeks' time, we'll be back again. Lots more mysteries and lots more things to figure out. There seems to be more questions happening than answers these days.
Very much so. Yeah.
At least we know.
that's usually how it goes.
At least we know for now that Mina's horse is still maybe alive. Definitely.
Hopefully alive and kicking.
Yeah.
I mean, it's chosen sides with the bandits now, which I mean technically it's considered an enemy.
If you hurt my horse, you will meet the Raven Queen sooner than you think.
PvP.
Well, guys, we'll just have to tune in next time and find out. So thanks everyone for watching, and
Thanks,
thanks
guys.
to you guys for playing, and thanks to Christian for doing everything behind the scenes.
Thanks, Mark.
Hope
Thanks
to see you
everyone
back here
for-
again.
Yes.
Whatever you do.
And thanks, chat. Good crack.
Yeah,
tonight.
thanks a million, Chad. It was good cracking there.
next
Thanks a
time, bye
million,
everyone.
2 weeks from now. See you then.
Thanks.
2 weeks.
See you guys.
Until then.
Thanks a million.
2 weeks.
Keep up.